T-Bone you're about to listen to is incredibly stupid. Listener discretion is advised.
Salted peanut butter and chocolate flecks. Can't have just chocolate. Gotta have flecks.
I don't like the term flex.
I'm not a fan either of that.
I think of flex, I think of poo flex.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Like sometimes I get poo flex on my soap bar.
Yeah, I don't want that.
That's a good flavor, Jetty.
Oh.
Soap bar poo fleck.
Featuring Panama Ted.
I'm a dork and stupid.
Timmy Hall.
I love a good, thin meat.
And a crap ton of random sounds from the internet.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
You're a little stupid.
Not on my watch.
My butt's sore. Holler.
I like that laugh.
Welcome to Man and Bone.
It is Wildcard Wednesday. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ted,
Yeah,
are you
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Say it's going to be a day.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I can feel it in my bones.
I feel it. This is one of them.
This is one of them.
I can feel it.
That's not what I heard in the
not what you
hallway.
said back in the
No.
office.
No, I didn't think it was until I sat down in the
Then
studio.
you sat down and you felt it, huh?
I sat down. You know what I felt? The gas.
The gas?
The heated gas
Okay.
from Bobby Carpenter's space heater as I walked in here.
There is a space heater in here.
It warmed my cockles.
Is that good? I'm glad you added the ulls
Yes.
because I didn't know where that was going at first. But you turned it off. If
No,
it warmed
it's
your
all right.
cockles so much, why did you turn it off?
I got its essence.
Oh, see, I could use its heat because it's cold in here.
It's not cold in here.
Yes, it is.
Perfect.
What do you mean? It's not perfect.
Feel
it's
wonderful.
Cold.
Cockles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Please do tweet the program at Man and Bone 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Anything goes on this Wild Card Wednesday. You know, let's start off because I have a bone to pick, Bone.
Oh, you have a bone to pick.
But not with you.
Thank God.
With Carpenters.
Okay.
And not Bobby Carpenter.
Okay.
Although I do have a bone to pick with him too.
Sure enough.
It's Karen Carpenter, that bitch. Eat your sandwich.
Wow.
No, not her either.
Too soon?
She's dead. Too soon?
It's been 50 years. Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
I couldn't think of another Carpenter.
There's got to be
Famous
other
carpenters.
Jesus.
Well, and that's my point.
Oh?
We're trying to get some woodworking stuff done at the house, and I can't get a carpenter to finish a job or call me back. Are you guys, carpenters or gals, the flakiest people on earth? And then I started to think about Jesus was a carpenter.
He was.
And I'm sure he was the original carpenter flake because he's out and he's preaching to people on the mount and he's curing lepers and all that stuff. Meanwhile, somebody's back in the village and saying, Jesus, what about the table you started? Can you finish it? Hold on a second. I've got some stuff to do, brother. Look, I understand you're the Messiah. You're talking to people. You're trying to spread the word. But my table has 3 legs.
One, I like that you said I got some stuff to do, brother, like he's a pro wrestler. That makes what you meant.
Doesn't he
Yes,
strike you as the type of guy that would just call, say, hey, brother? Hello, brother.
What is he, Herbie? Like a cross of Herbie and Macho Man, just
Brother.
Hey, brother. Yeah. No, I feel like, one, that's funny. 2, I feel like that's why nowadays when you call your carpenter, you utter that same phrase. Jesus, why isn't my table done? Right?
It originated there,
but that's why people still say it today. No, that's interesting. I didn't know this about carpenters. I didn't know this was an issue that you're having.
Somebody call me who knows how to woodwork.
I don't know.
I won't even check references. I'll just let you in the house.
My buddy, I have a buddy who we recently reconnected. My buddy Brian.
Does he have a lathe?
I don't know. I know that he does general contract work. I'm sure he either has carpentry experience or knows people who are carpenters. Maybe I could reach out to him and find out if this is an industry-wide problem.
All right.
He might know.
The NHL has announced a FanFest prior to the outdoor game. Well, congratulations. It's going to run from noon to 5. Fans can celebrate
What day?
The day of the outdoor game.
I didn't know you
March
said a
1st.
FanFest. I didn't know if it was like, so it's just before the game.
Yeah, it's before the game.
Okay, right,
It's a big,
all right.
giant you don't have to have a ticket to the game to go to the FanFest.
Oh, that's nice.
So you can just go down there. I mean, they'd like you to buy a ticket to the game, but they're going to have family-friendly interactive hockey games as opposed to adult-only nudity hockey games.
I guess that whole stick it up your 5-hole game will just have to not be brought out.
Special attractions, special appearances. I guarantee you will see Rimmer walking around there like a lost dog, just looking for somebody to take his picture. Remember me? Hello?
Well, yeah, he definitely won't be like, oh, no, what's going on? He'll be like, hello, do you know me? I'm Jeff Rimmer. Like, he will be arm extended, shaking everyone's hand. Even people are like, I don't know who you are.
What was the story you told me? Was it before the All-Star game where you met up with him?
Was it before the All-Star game?
Well, you met up with him. It was some sort of event something. And he actually stopped someone and said, would you like a picture? He asked.
That's right.
To have a picture taken with him.
We were in the arena. There was something going on. It might have been when they had the All-Star game here, but you're right. We were walking around and he said, because there was someone looking at him, and instead of him just like pretending like he didn't see it or even saying hello.
Hello, fellow Jacket fan.
He just was very direct and said, hello, did you want a picture? And they're like, oh, yeah, actually I did.
I didn't really, but I guess I have to now.
I'm obligated. I have to. Then they run back to their parents like, why did you stop? Like, oh, this man said I had to take a picture with him. I don't know.
I saw a real-life version of the Max and Irma's guy. Special appearances and the opportunity to get pictures with the Stanley Cup. And this is a Dispatch article, and I like how it says, the Stanley Cup is the iconic trophy awarded to the NHL's championship team each season. Well, thank you for clarifying. Let me tell you something. If you don't know what the Stanley Cup is, the FanFest, not for you. Stay at home.
We just wandered into this thing about apparently they're doing something on ice. It's ice capades at Ohio Stadium. We really have no other information. I'm standing next to a giant silver piece of hardware. I guess they call it Lord Stanley's something or other. I don't know.
We're going to be there broadcasting live.
Not you and me.
No, not me and you, but the station will be there. I think we have something like 6 hours of pregame.
That's good. We should be there. We're the home of the Jackets.
It's a big event.
We're the home of the Jackets and the home of the Buckeyes. We put them all together. It's like a Reese's peanut butter cup of goodness.
I still think there's some tickets available, so let's sell that baby out.
Absolutely.
You know, we were talking about this yesterday during the show. Not during the show, before the show. And we toyed with doing it yesterday, but we wanted to give it the full time it deserved. And we didn't think we could do that on a Tuesday, but on Wednesday, well. And that is food laws. You know, we've talked about our little idiosyncrasies when it comes to what we like to eat and how we like to eat it and things like that. But I think we should actually start putting these things down on paper.
Well, you told me, and I didn't realize this, that in France, or is it just Paris?
I know it's Paris. I don't know if it's all of France.
They have a law at least regarding bread.
About baguettes.
Okay.
Specifically. They take the baguette so seriously, if you're a bakery and you make a baguette and you sell a baguette, you can't just open willy-nilly when you want to. You got to open when they say is the appropriate time to open. I think it's like 6 a.m.
Okay.
And I brought this up because Timmy has this diner that he likes, but he doesn't go to it as often as he'd like to because they don't open till 9 a.m.
It's a diner.
It's a place that primarily serves breakfast. And I think opening at 9 a.m. should be against the law. No one is making you serve breakfast.
If you're a breakfast place, you're saying 9 a.m. is way too late.
Absolutely.
Right,
but if you decide I'm going to serve breakfast, the minimum open time should be 6 a.m. Minimum.
You mean like you can't open any later than that? It has to be, maybe you can open at 5
well,
or 4.
5's great.
Right.
4 is better.
But you have to be open by 6 a.m. Sure.
These 9 o'clock in the morning, no, I don't want that.
Agreed.
That should not be allowed.
I agree with you. And I do think, I like, again, I'm not down with everything that France is doing all the time, but I do like the idea of if you're going to make one of our national staples, right, a baguette.
They take it seriously.
And they've said, we want this to be served at an appropriate place and appropriate time. People want this for breakfast. They want to be able to get it early in the day.
Has to be accessible for people.
I like that. I think we could have a whole book full of rules like that here.
Oh, and we're going to do it, homie. And let me tell you what would never fly in France.
What's that?
You know what? American institution, we talk about what other countries are known for, but when you talk about America, at least I do, I think of a good old-fashioned American donut. Don't you?
Sure, absolutely right.
Long John with the cream in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Whatever your fancy is. France would never allow Krispy Kreme, a company like that, to bastardize itself by selling their product to McDonald's and then not having fresh product in their own store because they're too busy stocking shelves at Kroger and McDonald's. They would never allow that.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's time we have some standards for our food. And I mean, I know that may be going out of favor here.
No,
in the next
as a matter of fact, it's going into more. RFK Jr. wants to take out red dye number 3. And damn it, we've done it.
Okay. No, but I mean, you're right. I'm just saying, let's get some laws about the food and let's get some consistency. Let's make it happen.
All right, we're going to dive head first into what you think is nonsense, but we're saving the world. One show at a time. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Eastbound North Outer Belt, the exit ramp to 71 remains closed off. That after an earlier vehicle fire there. Eastbound 161, another accident this before Beach Road. Traffic stop and go from Johnstown Road. That is a 6-minute delay. This report is sponsored by AEP Ohio. You can make your AEP Ohio electric bill more predictable. With AMP, average monthly payments, you'll know about what you'll pay every month. Sign up today at aepohio.com/AMP. That's aepohio.com/AMP. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Aaron, look what I invented.
Jerry, you're wearing a cape.
Get Eco.
ECO.
What is it that you promise our customers, Aaron?
We come through for you when you need us to.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Do you know who does that, Aaron?
We do?
Superheroes do that, Aaron. Superheroes!
I'm guessing you make capes for everyone?
That's right. Every plumber, electrician, and HVAC technician. But I'm not done, Aaron. I'm not done.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Now I'm inventing jetpacks so we can fly to the rescue like proper superheroes. Now say your line again.
We come through for you when you need us to?
No, say it like this. We come through for you when you need us to.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Jerry.
Yeah, Aaron?
How about we put those capes in the closet until you get the jetpacks perfected?
We'll look right when we take flight.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco. Plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
It's a celebration of savings at Giant Eagle. Join us for My Perks Appreciation Days, February 21st and 22nd. We're saying thanks with 500 bonus perks on a single $75 transaction on February 22nd, only at Giant Eagle or Market District. That's $10 off groceries or gas. Plus, earn 3 times the perks on every gallon of gas at Get-Go Friday and Saturday. Plus, free curbside home delivery for My Perks Pros on $150 orders. Restrictions apply. Visit gianteagle.com/appreciation for details.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
Say yes to Diamond Seller's Wedding Weekend on February 21st and 22nd. Enjoy buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and special no-interest financing on engagement rings. Visit us in-store and learn more at diamondseller.com.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Are you looking for a new ride? And do you want the best experience and service in the city? Yes? Good. Go see my guys at Jermaine Lexus. The all-new 2025 TX is back in stock and arriving daily. Plus, they've got great 42-month leases for the 2025 NX350 all-wheel drive that start at $399 a month. I have been a Jermaine customer for years, even before I started doing the commercials. If you're in the market, please do stop in. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations, Dublin, Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. Sundays at 11, it's The Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. You're welcome.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Have you ever told a friend
Oh, I'm fine.
when you really felt
Just so overwhelmed.
or sent a text
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
when you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Looking at a cold afternoon today. Today's high temperature will be around 20 degrees. Snow comes in after midnight tonight. Not a lot of accumulation, though. We're thinking maybe a dusting to a half inch, maybe an inch, depending on exactly where you live. Thursday, look for snow flurries, high of 23. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
You're damn right. And we're going to change the fast food breakfast world, and really the breakfast world in general, on today's show. It's Wildcard Wednesday, and we're making our food rules/laws, if you will. And we said in that first segment that if you are a place that proudly serves breakfast, no one's making you serve breakfast, but if you do, this like opening at 9 a.m. crap, banned.
Absolutely right.
6 a.m. or earlier if you're going to serve breakfast. That's the way it goes.
If you say, well, I don't want to open that early, that's great. Open at 11 or noon or 3 o'clock. I don't care. But don't come to me with, oh, we serve breakfast. No, you don't. If you're going to serve eggs, pancakes, sausage, all that, then you need to be open at a breakfast time.
I got another one for you.
Okay.
If you serve a burger of any kind, legally, you must offer on your menu an onion ring.
Oh, I like that.
There are too many places now. I mean, burgers should have the option of fries or onion. You want to take it the next step and have cheese curds and potato cakes and mott sticks, more power to you. But you have to have an onion ring.
Mike, I 100% agree with you, which is why, and I know what you're saying here without saying it, that is why you and I have always felt Burger King superior to McDonald's.
No, it's not. But in that aspect of things, they have it right.
They've already complied with the law.
They have it. That's right.
Burger King offers you onion rings whenever you want. You can even get halvesies, which I love.
Yeah.
You get both.
You know what? Good for you, Burger King.
It does give you diarrhea, but...
No, it gives me, like, botulism.
Okay.
I wish it just gave me diarrhea.
Anything. I get a lovely, just
you get a Hofty when you get
normal bowel movements here.
You know what I get when I get Burger King?
What do you get?
A little skibbity toilet.
Is that?
That's what I get. Skibbity
in
toilet.
Ohio. That's right. I have a food law as well.
Yeah.
It relates to, well, I have two that kind of relate to breakfast. One is bacon. And I actually have multiple laws regarding bacon. One is that I believe it should be against the law to, if you are serving bacon as a side, like, I'm not saying on a sandwich or whatever. I'm saying if I order eggs and toast and bacon and you bring out bacon, if I pick up that bacon and it flops.
Oh, we don't want a flaccid bacon.
Right to jail.
No.
That
it needs to shatter.
Yeah, I want shatterable bacon for a side. Okay, that's one thing.
We should have a standard cook level for bacon. And if you do want it flaccid because you're sick, then you say bacon soft.
Yeah, just
you can order it soft.
The standard order is we're going to crisp your bacon.
Yes.
That's what you're getting.
Yes.
I also would say we need to change the name of Canadian bacon. Just call it breakfast ham. It's not bacon. We don't...
Look, man, if we're changing to Gulf of America...
Well,
let's change it to American bacon, and then Canadian bacon is just ham.
Yeah, breakfast ham is fine.
Fine.
Because if you say ham, I have a different expectation of that. But if you say breakfast ham, I'll go, yes, the round thing. That's fine. But for me, I want, when you say bacon, this is what it means. It means this specifically. Now, when it comes to donuts, I have another one. I am not a fan of when I buy a cream-filled, so labeled cream-filled donut, and I bite into it, and what happens is I get an explosion of pudding all over my face because they filled it with the custardy pudding filling.
Do you think it's just an error, or do you think they don't know? They interchange the two?
I've seen this before where I've got some, it's not often. Most places are hip to this now, but let's make sure everyone's on board. If you say a cream-filled donut, that is supposed to be a donut with light, airy, puffy cream in it.
White cream.
Yes, very fluffy cream, something that almost is like air. That's what should be in there. If you say a custard-filled donut, then I expect to get like the pudding consistency thing that comes out, and that's
so
fine.
You're not anti-custard.
I don't typically.
You're Uncle Custard. You're General Custard. That's the sound the custard makes.
It does,
in the mouth.
right? It's not light. I'm just saying I don't typically prefer a custard-filled donut, but like isn't that what a Boston cream, right? Boston cream donut. They typically fill that with custard. And no, it's not. It's not cream. Sorry, Boston. That's not how that works. You got to have.
I mean, if we're doing that, I mean, the Boston cream pie is not a pie. It's a cake.
Absolutely right. Yes. It seems like Boston just doesn't know what they're doing.
Boston's stupid.
Boston
is
agreed.
stupid.
Boston's stupid.
And racist.
Lots of racists in Boston.
Racist. Teddy, is there anything that really grinds your gears? You're much more adaptable than me and Bone, but I don't want to leave you out of the discussion for the food laws.
I will get back to you on that. How's that?
All right, thanks a lot, Ted.
Yeah.
How do you feel about people eating more than the serving size on the bag?
Oh, God.
I don't. Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Okay,
That's
I'm
just for me personally, you know.
I'm putting you in jail for only eating one. Like if a Doritos bag says 12 chips is a serving, Teddy will take the 12 and then he will close up the bag.
Yeah, I felt bad today because I had a smaller bag of the Lay's potato chips. And to me, it's probably like a 2-serving bag though, because it's like 240 calories
for the whole bag.
Yeah, of Lay's, because that's a decent size. Usually those, some of those are like 150 or 160.
Yeah, that you put in children's lunches.
But this one's like 240 or whatever. But I ate the whole bag, and here I am.
Well, here you are. Look how you're ashamed of yourself.
Like
I do. I feel ashamed.
You shouldn't feel ashamed. But I will say this. I think that could be a rule. Is if you put it in a single serve container or bag, right? Like a bag of chips at the gas station or at a single serve individual size. Don't put on there 2.5 servings. No. Yeah. Give me the measurements for the whole bag. Now, if that works out to 1,000 calories, then let me know. That's the point of those serving things. And then I'm not going to care. I'm going to eat it anyway. But Ted might say, 1,000 calories? No, thanks. I'm not buying that. Same thing with a king-size candy bar or M&M's with your shareable bag. Shut up.
Don't judge me.
Shut up. Just say this bag has 8,000 calories worth of M&M's in it. Make your choices. That's fine. I'll make my own choices. But don't you sit there and say, you're supposed to find 3 friends and give them all 4 of these. No, shut up. I'm not doing that. Just tell me what's in the bag.
What's in the bag?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of that, we have some listeners over at the custard place, Wits.
Oh, the frozen custard people, yeah.
The frozen custard people, because somebody sent me a photo. They're doing a thing. I don't know if it's at every Wits or this particular Wits, where it's $9.95, and it's called Wits in the Bag. And it's a bag of mystery crap from Wits. That's no coincidence there.
I love this.
I love that too, but I want some royalties or at least some free custard.
Yeah, bring us a Wits in the bag.
I promote your product. I've said this before. The Witzer or Witster, whatever the hell they call their version of the Blizzard.
Yeah.
That with some cookie dough. Mm-hmm. My God.
Very good.
Your pants fly right off your body.
They do a good job over there.
What's in the bag?
They do the little dirt thing, too, for the kids, with the Oreos and the gummy worms and all that. That's cool. I like that.
The dirty worm.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, hey, Timmy's here. Timmy, do you have any food laws?
As I was picking up my car, I heard your chat about breakfast. And I need to add something to the diner law.
Yes.
If you serve breakfast at all, I say you should serve breakfast as long as you're open.
Oh, I like this. Yes, I agree with you.
If you have breakfast items as a chunk of your menu, that should be available for lunch and for dinner as well.
Now, you can decide to close at 2 p.m. if you want to.
Yes,
absolutely.
But as long as you're open, and if you serve breakfast, because the spot that I was telling you about, they also used to do that, where they started serving breakfast, then we're open for lunch and dinner, but no more breakfast. They've since changed that.
Let's make it a rule.
Yeah, that should be a law. Like, what if you went to Waffle House and it was lunch and dinner time and you couldn't get their fantastic breakfast items and waffles?
It's called Waffle House,
just
right.
burgers from now on. No, it's 3 in the morning. I want my hash browns.
You can have a waffle if you want.
Of course.
It's Waffle House.
Yes.
Now, I think Timmy's onto something. I don't know if you were going this way, Mike, but I feel like you could expand that to just, let's make it even further. If you have a menu and you are open, that whole menu is available when you're open. That includes if you're McDonald's.
Dinner for breakfast even.
Yeah. If you're McDonald's, you're open at 6 a.m. and I want a Big Mac at 6:30. Well, might take a minute, but I'll make it for you. We'll make that happen. Like, I'm saying that should be the same thing.
With that.
Let's just, that way it covers all our bases. Breakfast places have to serve their food all the time.
I would imagine Waffle House, I am typically only getting breakfast when I'm there, but can you not get like the burger
you absolutely
items
can.
at 4 in the morning?
I think you can get that stuff whenever you want.
I think you can get it all the time.
Sonic is full menu all day. Whatever you want.
Good.
They're making it.
Are they 24/7?
A lot of them used to be. I don't know if they still are. But I'm pretty sure.
You know what? That's another rule. I brought this up the other day. I believe that every human in this country should have access to a 24-hour breakfast place. Okay? So within 5 miles of every town, city, township, wherever more than 100 people live in one gathering.
Yeah. Okay.
Within 5 miles.
I like it.
Like if you're Ted Kaczynski out in the woods mailing packages, I can't help you. But if you live in a community within 5 miles, there has to be a 24-hour breakfast place.
I like that.
So you have the breakfast place, towns of 100 people, 5 miles.
You know what?
I like this.
You like it, don't you?
I like this.
Here's what I think would happen there. Because obviously the government would have to supply some of those, right? They would be like, look,
it's a government subsidy.
We know no one's here, but we're going to start this restaurant, make it happen to comply with this law. You would have breakfast places going, well, we got to open earlier now, right? Like that thing about opening at 6, you wouldn't have to make that law. Because if you put a 24-hour breakfast spot within every 5 miles of a populated area, all those places are like, well, we used to open at 8, but now no one comes here. They'd have to open earlier. And then they would comply with the other law. So then you'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It's great.
This is my favorite show we've ever done.
We're fixing problems right now.
You know what? We're doing what other people wish they were doing. We're fixing the whole world's problems on Wildcard Wednesday. More coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
On eastbound 161, it's an accident before Beach Road. Traffic stop and go from Johnstown Road. That is a 5-minute delay. Westbound North Outer Belt at Sawmill Road. It's an accident that off onto the right berm. This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows that free is just better. That's why My Lowe's Rewards is free to join and lets you unlock member-only deals, earn points towards My Lowe's money, and more. Join for free today. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms, subject to change. I'm Eddie Zalek, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Bring the thrill of the stadium to your wallet with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways, the only checking account that rewards you for being a Crew fan. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Save a good deal more at Meijer with bulk Gala, Fuji, or Pink Lady apples, just 99 cents a pound. Plus, during the 7 for $7 sale, you pay $1 each when you mix or match any 7 or more on participating items, like Meijer frozen vegetables, Bush's beans, Red Gold canned tomatoes, Meijer facial tissue, and Powerade sports drink. Getting more for your money with the Meijer 7 for 7 sale. Now that's the good life. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be for all the basketball action. Watch every game at once with over 50 feet of video wall and more than 30 TVs. Endless chances to win big. Show off your jump shot on our King of the Court drawings or create your perfect bracket for a shot at Penn Cash. Enjoy food and bucket specials all tournament long. Guarantee your spot. Reserve a table now at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Winter is here and it is cold outside. As you enjoy the comforts of your home from the inside, let Newman Roofing protect your home from these harsh winter conditions. If you're noticing roofing, gutter, or siding issues, call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Yes, we tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
We're solving problems here.
We're trying to.
All right, we're solving problems. It's Wildcard Wednesday. Please get in touch with us at Man and Bone 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093.
And we would like you to send us your food laws that you would like made into actual laws. We've been talking about all-day breakfast. If you serve breakfast, it should be available all day long on your menu. None of this, we don't serve it after 2 crap. If you're open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., then I should be able to get a breakfast item at 9:30 p.m. if I want to. All-day breakfast.
By the way, pop in the YouTube chat. I just popped in there.
I did too.
You know, let me ask you a question. Robert, why do you listen to this show?
Robert is mad.
I don't know why they have to nitpick at everything. Are you new? This is what we do. We sit down and we pick at and try and fix the minutia of life.
I'll defend. I mean, Robert is in the chat all the time, so I know he listens. I know he's here every day.
But I don't know why.
Well, he said we are obsessed with being restaurant/food authoritarians.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Yes.
It's called Common Man and T-Bone Show.
Yes. That's what we want.
You got a problem with that?
I see somebody else. Why don't you make your breakfast at home? Is my mom in the chat? Shut the hell up. Some people don't want to make their breakfast at home.
No.
Don't you
Why don't you make everything at home?
Don't you want to go out into the world and have everything be exactly how you want it to be?
Apparently not.
That's what we're trying to do.
This one, I'll say, this is a good suggestion from Reed in the YouTube chat. Reed said, stop putting the burger toppings under the patty. Now,
I'll co-sign that.
I'm with you.
Yes.
Because some places, they will do that where they're like, first we put down the lettuce.
No, that's dumb.
Then we put like a layer of cheese, and then we put even some ketchup or mayo or whatever, and then a burger patty, and then maybe we'll stack some more on top of that. No,
I completely agree. You would never do a burger like that if you're doing burger night, burger day at the house or a cookout. No.
The only thing you might do is put one piece of cheese underneath, like between the bread and the meat. And then you stack all your toppings, including more cheese. But if you're going one slice of cheese, that's going on top of the meat. Everything else is going on top of the meat. Come on.
Let me workshop something with the both of you.
Great.
I'm not married to it, but I think we can have a discussion. You know, I like some of these specialty burgers, right, that come with a special sauce, whatever they put on it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm talking about a sit-down place now.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Sit-down place. You go there, you're like, hey, I'll take Mikey's Inferno burger, and it's got jalapenos and some sort of
Frank's Red Hot on it or whatever.
Some sort of thing on it, right? I concur that whatever sauce you've put on the burger is fine, but I think you should give a little side cup of extra sauce.
Oh, sure.
I like that.
Because some people like a little bit more sauce.
You might want to dip the corner of the burger. Once
That's
you take a
exactly
bite,
right.
you dip that edge that you've already taken a bite out of.
Who's to say I
into the
don't want to dip
sauce.
my fry in that sauce?
Absolutely, of course.
That is, now you brought me to another one of my passions.
Extra
which
cup
is
of sauce.
Every place that serves fries should give you sauce options for the fries.
And you can pay extra for it. That's fine.
When you, listen.
I got one when you're done.
Listen, ketchup is obviously meant for French fries. It's good. I like ketchup on my French fries. But some places actually do a fry sauce.
I love an aioli.
Yeah, they'll do stuff like that. And I'm saying I think that's something McDonald's is missing out on. My kids they hack the menu. They just go to McDonald's. They'll get a cheeseburger, fries, and then they'll say, give me a cup of ranch.
Yeah.
To dip the fries in because it's good. So that we need. I totally think that's an option.
That's actually one of the things Chick-fil-A does right.
Yes,
they do.
Would you like any sauces?
Yep.
Yeah,
They pour it on
Stack
for you.
them up.
They stack them high.
By the way, if they're good on fried chicken, they're probably going to be good on French fries. They're probably going to be good on your burger. They're probably going to be good on most things. So, yeah, just let us have all the sauces.
I have on the sauce front, I told you guys about this last summer, but you probably forgot. For all you OU Bobcats out there, you had a spot down by your campus that had the gall to try and charge me for barbecue sauce. It was a barbecue joint. They should all be thrown in jail for even posing that. Tried to charge me for barbecue sauce when I'm eating brisket and pulled pork and all sorts of barbecue items.
No.
Immediate jail, close the restaurant for good.
Now,
can't be done. That's unlimited barbecue sauce if you're a barbecue joint.
Timmy, I'm on your side on this, to be clear. What I'm about to say may sound like I'm not, but I am.
I don't want to hear it if it's not on my side.
I am on your side.
That's the most absurd thing. Being from Kansas City, that's the most absurd thing I've ever heard.
I know in Kansas City they don't do barbecue right, so they actually have to slather it in sauce. But at real barbecue places,
man. Oh boy.
No, but
we got an idiot here.
But no, Timmy.
Boy.
No, Timmy. To your point, I understand some barbecue places will go out there and be like, "You don't need sauce for ours. Ours is already smoked. It's pure." It's like, fine. You don't get to determine what we want on our barbecue.
Correct.
You serve sauces, lay them out there for us, and we'll determine if you cooked it right or not, or if we need to add a sauce. To your point, it should never be an option.
I'm not asking for a whole bottle of sauce for free for you to give me one of your packaged ones. You should have like a section. City Barbecue would never do that to you.
No.
They even have one of theirs. They put in a heater, don't they?
Yeah,
so you can have one of those
warm
sauces,
barbecue sauce right out.
Heated up,
yeah.
and they're great because they have like 4 different styles. You want like the brush fire? That's a good one.
Yes,
different styles of sauce. But most ridiculous thing, I wanted a cup. I wanted a cup of sauce. They were going to charge me $1 for that. It's like that's on principle. I can't do that.
We're solving the world's problems, and Teddy's just sitting over there saying nothing. He's got no complaints with anything.
No, the only thing I've seen is somebody in the chat, they were, and you'll probably laugh at this, they were upset that Wendy's, they take away the vanilla Frosty when they add in like another Frosty.
Special flavor.
They can only apparently have 2 Frosties at a time instead of having, adding a third one.
It's probably the machine issue, right? Like there's only 2 mixers in a machine in a standard restaurant.
You know what? Every 5 minutes you go past these fast food places like, oh, sorry, we had to remodel it so it looks new and hip. We'll get the new people in. It's like, well, I don't care. If Wendy's looked like it did in the 90s, you probably have more customers and less, but whatever.
You know what? That's a good point.
But every 5 minutes they're remodeling the entire restaurant. Put in a Frosty machine with like 5 taps and have all kinds of flavors in that thing.
At
Let's
least
go.
fast food places are cultural touchstones for Americans, right? Like you go to German Village. Those buildings have been there for 250 years, some of them. Yeah. And you just can't do whatever you want to the outside of it.
No, there's
codes. Like, oh, this is my place. I'll do what I want. You can't paint it purple. It's a registered historic place. All right? So we need to save places like Wendy's from themselves. When Wendy's says, yeah, we're going to take away Biggie size. Sorry, forbidden. You can't do it.
Yep.
That's grandfathered in. The people need Biggie Bag.
That's a great pull out of you. Like, you can't just take a 5-minute drive and you got a place where you can only use a certain kind of siding. The brick has to be a certain color if you're going to upgrade your home in German Village. That's a fascinating local law, local ordinance.
Yeah. Because it's for the whole community.
Of course it is.
It's for community beautification. What am I trying to say?
It maintains what they've built. So I would imagine the Schmidt house falls in line with that. There would be only certain things they could do.
You just can't put
on
a
that
big,
street.
giant Bahama Mama wiener on the top of the Schmidt's house. You can't do that.
Like a bouncing wiener. On like a spring.
Sure. Yeah. I will say, people in the chat are going, they're getting it now. Because we mentioned earlier that you should have every time there's 100-person town or establishment or whatever, you need at least one 24-hour breakfast place. That was your law that you proposed, Mike.
Yes.
And I forget who it was in the chat here because I just lost it, but they had a great point. They said when the 100th person is born, they are immediately put to work in building and running the 24-hour breakfast place. And I like that. Yeah. Like if your family has the 100th kid, it's like, well, guess what? You now the kid doesn't have to start it, but mom and dad better get to work.
It's like a Hunger Games law there.
Whatever.
Oh, I'm triple digit,
Well,
I'm
isn't
number
it nice
100.
that kid's going to grow up with a family business to look after? the breakfast place.
It's your calling.
Yeah.
It's your birthright.
And if you're
It's
not
your
ready,
birthright to have breakfast at 3 a.m. if you want to.
By the way, hillbillies, if there's 94 people in your town and you decide to pop out 6 kids,
get to screwing.
You only have 5. Don't have that 6th one.
Get to pumping.
Because otherwise, you're on the hook. Now you got to build the breakfast place. So if you don't want to do that, let someone else do it. That's all.
What a stupid show this is. But you know what? I feel good about it. I feel like we're really doing something. Hey, the Crew open up at home this weekend. It may be very cold, but not as cold as it is today for another soccer game. Messi has very hard nipples. We'll talk about that next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Southbound 71 is closed off due to an accident between Polaris Parkway and the North Outer Belt. Emergency crews on the scene working to clear that. And on Avery Road, it's an accident over US 33. This report is sponsored by True Green. We're back in the Miller's Yard, who now use True Green. The lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers made it their favorite stop. Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've lowered prices. You can save 15% or more on hundreds of items like Thomas Mini Bagels, Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here from Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Maybe your furnace isn't running so well. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater, or maybe it's just a leaky sink. Let my team take care of you the same way they take care of all my championship buddies. Check us out at carpentercolumbus.com.
Get President's Day deals all month long at Coughlin Chevrolet, Central Ohio's #1 Chevy dealer. Lease a new 2025 Chevy Trax, only $149 a month. Or a new 2025 Trailblazer, just $169 a month. At all 5 Coughlin Chevy locations and CoughlinChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
36 and 42-month leases, 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over, $39.99 due at signing plus tax, title, and license. See dealer for details. Ends 3/3/25.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. As football winds down, college basketball is gearing up, and fans are ready to see which teams will prove they are ready to shine in March and who will be seen in San Antonio. You can get on all the action from tip-off to the final whistle at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Right now, new ESPN Bet Sportsbook customers can bet $10 and get $100 back in bonus bets and unlock 30 days of ESPN Plus. Download the app. Sign up with the promo code Radio100 to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And free fitness training to help you mix up your routine. Plus, most clubs are open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th. See Home Club for details.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter for Affinity Whole Health. I've trusted Affinity for 7 years for their testosterone replacement therapy. Why? Because it's natural for our bodies to gradually lose testosterone over time. This leads to brain fog, fatigue, muscle loss, low sex drive, none of the things you want. If you want to feel like you did in your prime and get your energy back, better mood, higher sex drive, increase muscle mass, then get started for free at feelgreatcolumbus.com. Affinity is local. They're accessible. They ship the treatments right to your door. feelgreatcolumbus.com.
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
That's are us when dreams don't get in. That's
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
Baths are us. When dreams sunk in, baths are us.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start. Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV?
What? No way, dude. Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen. To draft an agent for your team, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Want to know anything about the fans' contests, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
Wildcard Wednesday. What do you got, Boner?
We have got plenty of suggestions in the YouTube chat. The idea that has been floated today by you and I is that we should have some laws about food. Like, the one that started it all was that a breakfast place should be open before 9 a.m. if you're going to serve breakfast. You got to be open by at least 6 a.m. That's the latest you can start.
Absolutely.
If you're a breakfast place. So here, in that spirit, Brian in the chat on YouTube says, hash browns must be crunchy and golden brown. If soggy hash browns, you go to prison. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes places will advertise hash browns, but they're more of a home-style potato, which I don't have a problem with. But if you're advertising hash browns to me, there's a crispy component that should go along with that.
If you're doing, like, again, I know a lot of people, you think hash brown, maybe you think like McDonald's, like the little patty, which I agree.
It doesn't have to be that.
But that should never be served soggy, to his point. But if you're talking about like those thin cut potatoes that are all, like they form a patty almost themselves when they're deep fried. Like you go to Waffle House, they do hash browns there. Shredded potatoes, right?
Shredded potatoes, yeah.
I should have to cut that with my fork.
I agree with you.
It shouldn't be something where you scoop it and they're all just like they're all sogging over the edge. No, they should be standing at attention when you cut them in half. You should be able to hit them with the spikes of your fork, pick them up and eat them.
Also, if you're serving breakfast, you must have at least one thing on your menu that contains the word hash.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can be corned beef. I prefer the corned beef hash.
Oh, man.
And don't try and give me some homemade corned beef hash. I don't want that.
I've had it. It's good. But
fine.
You're right. Out of a can is great too.
I want it on that griddle with the butter or something.
Yeah, whatever you put in there.
Splash that thing on there. Whew.
Yeah.
You just go right to the emergency room.
Now, this one goes towards pizza. Mark with a good call here. He says, because we were talking about how when you have fries, you should have a fry sauce. He said, same thing with pizza garlic sauce. That should be free. You should always have that. And I agree. Like, if you serve a pizza, I should get a garlic butter dipping sauce with that. Not every pizza maybe goes with that, but that is a great sauce option.
What do you think about this? Now, I'm a fan of these fries. All right. It's not necessarily my favorite, but I like a natural skin-on fry. But I feel like that should also be disclosed on the menu.
Oh, sure.
If you have a skin-on fry, because that's a totally different eating experience.
Yeah. If you're gonna, you can have, I don't know what we would call the difference, right? But like
circumcised. Has your fry been circumcised like a McDonald's fry, or is it more like a Five Guy fry that has all the foreskin /
sure
potato skin?
Well, like, for example, when you get milk, there's whole milk and then there's skim milk.
That's exactly right.
It's all milk.
Why
What's
don't we
difference?
have degrees of fries?
We should have that. I agree. We should have some kind of order to that where we say these. And by the way, this is one that's got, like, we added skin to it. There's so much. If you like that, we'll do one like an orange juice with extra pulp. We'll put all. I don't know. There's food scientists that are figuring this stuff out. Not me.
We're breeding it with more skin.
What I'm saying is McDonald's gets those fries from they order potatoes that are super long and thin on purpose to make their long, skinny fries.
To meet their specifications.
You can laugh when I say that. That's real. That's a real thing they do.
They breed the potatoes differently.
Right. So I'm saying they could make really tiny potatoes that you don't even have to cut up and just say, oh, yeah, this whole potato's a fry. It's this big. You know, it's just a really thick fry.
It's like the huge turkey breasts.
Yeah.
You seen those things? Like they grow turkeys specifically.
I don't want to see the bird
that
come
are
off
so
of.
top heavy they can hardly move. They can't fly. They can't do anything
you don't
because their breasts are so large.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm going as for Halloween this year.
We're both getting there. We're both getting there. Hey, soccer. Soccer opens up this weekend over at the LDC. Crew hosting the Fire. But we actually have soccer tonight where it's going to be very, very cold for one of the biggest superstars in the world.
Yeah, so Sporting Kansas City, which of course is in Kansas City, lest you be confused, they are hosting Inter Miami in a Champions Cup match. This is a CONCACAF thing, not an MLS thing, but it's still, the Crew have been in this tournament. They're playing some of the best teams on the continent, right?
Crew have won this tournament, haven't they?
They haven't won. They got to the final.
Oh, that's
last year.
right. That's
final last year and then lost. Remember the poo had the diarrhea.
Had the diarrhea. Yeah,
had the bad. Yeah, that was no good. But this year it's starting up again, and Inter Miami with Lionel Messi. They are in Kansas City. It was supposed to be played last night, but it was so cold. They said no, we can't do that. We have to move it to tonight.
Is it going to be just as cold tonight?
I think it's still going to be pretty cold. They said that it's National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning for the region, so they could be affected by that. I don't have the actual temperature here off the top of my head. I'm trying to see what the weather service says, but yeah, either way, it's going to be cold, tonight. So this is going to be one where Lionel Messi is going to have to figure it out.
By the way, currently in Kansas City, it's 9.
Low of -4 tonight.
Who's my wife here? Negative.
What did I say?
Negative.
-4. What is it? What
no,
are
you extra
negative?
Yeah, negative.
I feel like I have a cold.
Negative. She got this friend named Megan. Megan's coming over. I got to measure Megan. See if she's in the negative. Jesus.
I didn't know I was doing that. I got to be honest. I'm glad you pointed that out. Because I do. I mean, my dad does the wash thing. Like Washington Courthouse is what he calls it. It's not Washington Courthouse. So I try to keep the proper diction, but thank you for that, buddy.
Hey, Mick Cronin.
Yeah.
Mick Cronin's UCLA team blew another one against Minnesota last night. So after the game, post-game press conference, gave it to his players, as he's known to do. Also, though, gave it to the fans in attendance for not being positive enough. I guess they were not shooting well from the free throw line, so when they missed a free throw, there was some audible groans in the crowd. Yeah, because they want you to hit your damn free throws.
Right.
And Mick Cronin was very, very upset at that and said, if it wasn't for you fans and your negative attitude, maybe we'd win some of these games. Let me tell you something, Mick. I hope you get the Indiana job. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you get that job because it's been a while since I really sat in a room and hated Indiana like I used to. Mm-hmm. And that's underrated in sports. Yes, rooting for something's important. Hating something is also extremely important. If he gets that job, I'm going to be back with my Indiana hate because I hate him.
Boy, imagine if Mick Cronin, who again was an okay coach at UC, that's fine. He's a good coach.
I didn't say he's a good coach.
No. But
he's annoying as hell.
But if you're someone who gets the UCLA and then if he gets the Indiana job, like those are two of the best jobs theoretically in college basketball, and he is like I don't know. It just feels like a mid-level coach is getting that. That doesn't make sense to me that would be how they go. But
I hope he gets it.
I do too. I hope he gets it so we can hate them even more than we already do. But that is bad.
Pat Mahomes admits he's a liar.
Oh,
this may be a touch of a misleading tease, but I want you to stay with me. Pat Mahomes is a big, giant liar that also has 3 extreme DUIs. That's next. Colin Van and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Southbound 71, now only the right lane blocked off from an accident between Polaris Parkway and the North Outer Belt. Still a 20-minute delay in through there. Traffic is slow northbound on 71 between 670 and 11th Avenue. A minute or two worth of delays there. This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast. Freshen up your morning with Wendy's Breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito or even a Honey Buddy. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. Available at participating U.S. Wendy's. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Logan Services, we know how important your home comfort is, and that's why we're proud to offer free HVAC inspections. Through our free inspection, you'll get a thorough assessment of your heating and cooling system to identify any potential issues that can impact your home, your energy bills, and even your health. The assessment is free and only takes an hour of your time. It's the fast, friendly service that you've come to expect from our team at Logan Services.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life, so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
I almost fainted when the 4 new bombshells arrived. 4 free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G phones at Metro.
No way.
And finding out the 4th line is free. Oh, things got heated.
That's wild. Join Metro and get 4 free Samsung 5G phones. Only at Metro.
Plus tax. Bring 4 numbers and an ID and sign up for any Metro Flex plan. Not available currently at T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
And today, Pella's excited to announce our 100-year anniversary.
Cut! Leslie, you accidentally said 100 years.
Not an accident, Wilson.
What?
When you do the windows that look the best, you tend to stick around for a while.
I can't compete with that. Buy from her.
Get the windows that have been around for 100 years. The windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Bone, did you know that the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus has over 30 TVs, 2 massive video walls? They even have recliners, a full-service bar and restaurant, a betting counter, and over 30 kiosks?
I did know that, but I also know that you can reserve a table right now at Hollywood Casino Columbus at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook and guarantee your spot and get some game day swag while you do it. Just visit HollywoodColumbus.com/casino/sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You hungry? You know you are. We got chicken fingers, crunchy, fries are golden crispy, baby. Yo, don't forget about the cane sauce, baby. Ooh, right, it hits the spot. Hello.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and by the time that you're hearing this message, I'll be down 50 pounds. That is 50. I recorded this last Thursday when I was down 48 pounds, and yep, I've probably already hit 50 by now. That's how fast Awaken 180 works. Now, how many hours of working out did it take? How many parties did I have to skip? Not that I party anyways, but how many did I have to skip? None. How many injections did I have to take? None. Zero. Nada. I did it by eating to lose weight with Awaken 180. That's it. Just over 2 months, I've dropped 50 pounds without making my life miserable. Maybe you're rocking a XXX like me, size 40 pant. Maybe you're swimming in your XXLs and thinking about what life would feel like in an XL. I promise you, if I can do this, so can you. Awaken 180 is simple. The coaches are awesome, and the results come quick when you're doing it the correct way. It's not only about hoping to lose weight, it's about knowing that you will. Awaken 180 Weight Loss makes it simple. You can get started and see for yourself. Reserve your consultation today at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. It's time for the Love Your Windows sales event. If you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free, and there's no limit. So if you need 20 windows, you only pay for 10. It's the perfect way to save big while upgrading your home. And that's not all. Universal Windows Direct is offering no interest financing for 3 years. That's 36 months of easy payments with 0% interest. And if you already have a price from another company, Universal Windows Direct will beat it. So you know you're getting the best deal around. Call them today, 614-502-5220, universalwindowsdirect.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. While hockey's on pause for the Four Nations tournament, the Blue Jackets got back on the practice ice today. They get ready for their Saturday return to play with Chicago. Reportedly, the plans for Zach Werenski to play Saturday once he returns from the Four Nations tournament. Further evaluation needed, however, in the status of those who've been injured, like Boone Jenner, Kirill Machenko, and Dante Fabro. Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles today promoted Kevin Petula to their vacant offensive coordinator position. He'd been the pass game coordinator and replaces Kellen Moore, who left for the Saints head coaching job. Top 25 college basketball tonight. Top-ranked Auburn in action, hosting Arkansas. Number 4, Alabama is at number 15, Missouri. 10th-ranked St. John's at DePaul, and Vanderbilt at number 17, Kentucky. This update brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss with a 98% customer satisfaction rating and thousands of 5-star reviews. The choice is clear. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Is T-Bone thinking about a red-bellied woodpecker? This is Man and Bone.
Wildcard Wednesday. Get in touch with us on X at Man and Bone 971, on text 614-787-3093. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer is coming up at 5:30. Pat Mahomes, senior.
Oh, senior.
No. You thought I was talking about Super Bowl winner Pat Mahomes.
But
I'm not.
He's the second.
That's right. Pat Mahomes Sr., who's on probation for his 3rd DUI, admitted that his run-in with John Rocker at the Super Bowl was all staged. He had to because his probation officer called and said, hey, dude, the terms of your probation are you can't get in any fights. And I'm looking at this thing on YouTube with you getting in a fight with a guy on the street.
Right. That would be, again, if charges were pressed, that would be assault, right? And if it was something that was like just legitimate, you walked up in the middle of it and started fighting with someone, yeah, it's bad, especially if you're on probation.
So he admitted, no, it was just fake. We were just trying to, get some publicity for our fight. John Rocker and Pat Mahomes Sr. will fight at Barstool's Rough and Ready in April.
Can I ask a perhaps elementary question, Mike, but I need your help trying to figure it out?
Yes.
Pat Mahomes Sr., they say how much money he's going to make for this fight?
$85,000.
Okay. You know what? $85,000, a lot of money to you, me, Ted, most people working, listening to us. To a guy whose son just signed a deal that's worth, is on a deal that's worth over $400 million, and tomorrow could say, let's rip that up and start over. And they'd say, okay, $500 million? What do you want? Like, I don't know. $86,000 seems like something maybe the son comes in and says, hey, Dad, I appreciate that you want to make your own money. I appreciate you want to be your own man. However, maybe we don't do that anymore.
Maybe earlier in his career, he did that for his dad, and he did that for his brother, and they rewarded him by continuously acting like asses. And so he said, you know what, I'm done. I'm done fronting you. I'm done paying you.
Sure.
None of that.
Yeah, I just wonder if it would it be worth it to just not have, it just looks weird, right? To see your dad out there.
Dad, I'll pay you $85,000 to not embarrass me anymore. Can we do that?
Just go home and don't fight racist pitcher John Rocker for whatever the hell reason this is going on.
Well, in fairness to John Rocker, he was racist.
Oh?
I don't know if he still is.
Okay.
You're right. People can change.
People can change.
If I can change, if you can change. Rocky told me this in Rocky IV.
That is true. That is true.
He's talking to the Russians. We may need him again to go to these talks in Saudi Arabia.
Ooh.
America and the Russians.
Rocky?
We need Rocky to get there.
Okay.
So Rocky could get an invitation.
Get a deal done.
Not Rocker. Rocky.
No,
okay.
not Rocker.
I was confused. I was like, Rocker's doing that? I didn't think so.
No, Rocky.
Didn't strike me as an international relations guy, John Rocker. But sure, Rocky, have him go out there. Have Sylvester Stallone go make a speech. Why not?
Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow. Morning Juice, 7:30 tomorrow morning. Don Waddell, Blue Jackets general manager. He will be in studio.
There we go.
That means nothing except that he can lick Bobby Carpenter's space heater. He can warm his cockles.
That means that he's in studio.
That's right.
Be nice.
Bishop and Friends, 10:30. They will talk to the Pied Piper of the Hillbillies, Paul Feinbaum.
Mm-hmm.
And then this show tomorrow is done at 5:30 because we have early Buckeye basketball. Buckeyes in Northwestern. Warm-up show starts at 5:30 tomorrow. It is Wildcard Wednesday. What do you got, Bone?
Hang on. Before we get to wild cards, I did want to bring up the fact, did you see what Ohio State's giving away tomorrow at that game?
No.
I think it's for the first 300 students. And I'm not exactly sure what the full connection is because the date of this shot, I believe, is like March 6th. But the anniversary is coming up of Matt Sylvester's Big Three, where they, knocked off undefeated Illinois way back in the day.
Yes, that was a huge shot. I was in attendance for that game.
Well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that shot happened in 2005. So this would be the 20th anniversary of that shot.
That's right. Matt Sylvester hit many big shots. That was the biggest.
Yeah, it was. But you're right. He was a very good player. Had big time moments.
He had big moments.
Yeah. They are giving away tomorrow to the first, I think, 300 students, commemorative homage-made shirt with like an image of Matt Sylvester hitting that shot. Now, I don't know what that has to do with Northwestern and it being February 20th and not whatever.
I don't know.
They're commemorating it by giving that shirt away.
But none of the actual fans other than students, though, will get one of these.
I think that's right. But we have people who listen to our OSU students. If you go to the games.
I know that, but that would have been a nice thing to give away to everyone who's coming to your middle of the week game against Northwestern because those are your biggest fans.
Well, that's fair enough. Let me see. Maybe I have it wrong. Maybe there's something I missed here. But yeah, that's anyway, nice thing. I just thought the shirt looked cool, but I didn't see whether or not what the reason was why they're doing it now.
All right, OSU homage. I want one.
Oh,
I'm just saying when I want something from the crew, they come and bring it right over.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting for you.
Yeah,
I'll hang up and listen for my answer. I'd like one.
I'd like one too for what it's worth, but I'm not common.
Well, they're not going to sew some bed sheets together and give it to you.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
They got size limits here.
You can give me the biggest one you have, and I'll see if I can make it work. A little motivation for myself to get in shape. How about that?
All right, do you have Wildcard Wednesday?
Yeah. This is from Bad NHL, who says he has a food law. He said if a limited time item is delicious, you can't get rid of it. Looking at you, Wendy's, and the Wild Mountain Chicken Sandwich.
Refresh me. I don't remember the Wild Mountain. I don't ever
remember hearing of that. Teddy, do you know what the Wild Mountain Chicken Sandwich is?
He wouldn't know.
I had no idea.
Well, I didn't know if it's been maybe it's been around for a while.
Teddy goes to Wendy's maybe once a year.
Oh, really? Not a big fan?
No, I love it. I just don't go out to the fast food places that often.
All right.
Wild Mountain Chicken Sandwich.
Here's what Reddit says it is. It says it was a crispy chicken sandwich with bacon, lettuce, tomato, onion, Colby Jack cheese, and a Southwestern sauce. Okay.
That sounds delicious.
So kind of like all right. So a Southwestern sauce on a chicken sandwich. Sounds good. I just didn't, I don't remember.
Some onion on the chicken sandwich.
Yeah, that's right. There is onion on it.
Wendy's, when the old man was still alive, whenever they had some sort of special sandwich, they would do either onions or grilled onions on it because Dave Thomas loved himself some onions.
Big fan. Well, they also apparently had a Wild Mountain bacon cheeseburger. So that's what this was based off of. So they both had onions on them.
Right. Why do one without the other?
The special sauce on it. But this was a bacon cheeseburger. How could it be bad? Yeah, you're right. That should never have been discontinued. Bad NHL. Good call.
Can I get it with a spicy filet too?
Oh, yeah.
Can I do that?
That would sound awesome, I think.
Can I tell you something else that really bothers me?
Go ahead.
Do not serve me, because sometimes I'll get, like they have that Asiago Ranch cheese chicken sandwich from Wendy's.
Yeah.
With the bacon and the Asiago. It's got like a ranchy peppercorn sauce. It's very delicious.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'll get it, and it's like they just slapped a cold piece of cheese right on there.
Oh, sure.
I need to have some meltage to my cheese.
Well, see, I've always thought that they're putting a cold piece on it, and then they're letting, when they wrap it up and stick it under the heat lamp for a minute.
I don't want want that.
But I'm saying I think they presume that by the time you open it, it will have melted in the bag.
Don't presume
in the wrapper.
First of all, I eat food as soon as I get it. Don't presume that I'm going to let it sit for 5 minutes. Because if I'm getting something with crisp and delicious lettuce and tomato,
sure,
I want to open that as quickly as I can so the steam doesn't get to it and ruin my vegetables.
You want the hot to stay hot and the cold to stay cold?
That's exactly right.
Like DLT.
I think you should have some degree of cheese meltage
before you put it on. That's fair. I think that's a totally fair thing. I agree with you. All right. More of that coming up.
Oh, we done?
I don't know. I'm looking at the clock.
I had another minute and a half.
Oh, okay, fine. This one's from Urban's Little Meyer, says, my guys. If you could choose one food item to have no calories, you can have it on demand of the same quality, too. What would it be? You can't, hang on. He says you can't generically say hamburger.
Okay, that was going to be my question.
You have to specify, like, for me, it would be a BK Rodeo burger. That's what he said.
So I can't just say pizza.
No, you'd have to pick a specific brand and type of pizza. Now, he said his guess is that you might choose the McRib.
No, as much as I love the McRib,
that's not enough calories to justify, no, you know what I mean? Like,
actually, McRib is kind of like diet food. If you look at the calories of McRib compared to other things, yes, that's what I mean.
You're right.
You go to your cardiologist. Have you been making better choices? Yes, doctor. I got myself a McRib today instead of the double quarter pounder with cheese. Now, maybe he wouldn't know the difference, but you know that's like a difference of 400 calories.
Well, not just that. You talk about like go get a burrito with like queso and guac and all the other things you can get in it. That's going to be thousands of calories versus a McRib, which is probably not over 1,000 calories, probably more like 500-600 calories.
All right, I got to think about that one. Plus, we had another sports robbery. That's coming up next. Colin Mann and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Southbound 71, it's the right lane blocked from an accident between Polaris Parkway and the North Outer Belt. Traffic there, stop and go from Big Walnut Road, a 30-minute delay right now. And eastbound 161 still got that accident before Beach Road. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place. Wait, Leslie, what is that dude doing over there at that window?
Well, that dude is Chase, and Chase is making that window look perfect. We're sticklers on detail, Wilson, both in our showroom and definitely in people's homes.
Chase, be careful. May have spilled some coffee over there just a bit ago.
Oh, he knows. He seems to work a lot more when you're around, Wilson. Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Are you looking for a new ride? And do you want the best experience and service in the city? Yes? Good. Go see my guys at Jermaine Lexus. The all-new 2025 TX is back in stock and arriving daily. Plus, they've got great 42-month leases for the 2025 NX350 all-wheel drive. It started $399 a month. I have been a Jermaine customer for years, even before I started doing the commercials. If you're in the market, please do stop in. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations, Dublin, Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
For the Blue Jackets, the magic happens on the ice. But for Blue Jackets fans looking for an amazing getaway, the real Florida magic is here in Central Florida's Polk County. From the natural beauty of Bok Tower Gardens, to the all-ages fun at Legoland Florida Resort, to the chance to do some luxurious glamping on a working dude ranch, it's all here. Even better, it's all just minutes from other area theme parks, too. Discover everything we offer and plan your trip to see the real Florida at visitcentralflorida.com today.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about $10,000 in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Oh, hey, a fan show where you can be the star. Sundays at 11, it's the new Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Your calls, your tweets, your voicemails, your opinions. You could be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. The Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Sundays at 11 on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Fair skies, light winds, but cold on this Wednesday. Temperatures only in the low 20s. We'll see more clouds, scattered snow showers moving in overnight, and a winter weather advisory in effect through 11 o'clock on Thursday morning for between a half inch and an inch of snow. During the day on Thursday, it'll be breezy, mostly cloudy and colder with scattered snow showers, little if any additional accumulation, highs again in the low 20s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
We did the math. Common Man has hosted over 5,000 shows on The Fan. 3 of them have been halfway decent. Here's Man and Bone.
Now, Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy.
Earlier in the show, I was optimistic about this show. I had a feeling that this could be one of them.
You did.
But after review, I have decided that it ain't one of them.
Did you go to VAR on that?
I did indeed.
VAR
I went to Fish's office, and he said, "You're lucky I don't fire you."
That's
so
right.
It's not one of them.
That's harsh. I don't blame him.
Wildcard Wednesday. Get in touch with us at Man and Bone 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. We'll do name dropping with Jeff Rimmer coming up at 5:30. You know, robberies in the sports world, Bone, that's all the rage.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson is currently in the middle of perpetrating like a 4-year robbery on the Cleveland Browns. It's pretty great. Hey.
You know what else he's doing right now?
What's that?
Getting together with his buddy Justin Tucker for a little squirt fest.
I almost threw up in my mouth. All right.
LFC striker Olivier.
Oh, LAFC striker Olivier Giroud.
Giroud.
Yes.
Lost approximately $500,000 worth of jewelry when his Los Angeles home was burglarized earlier this month, a source told ESPN. He and his family were not at the property when burglars broke in by smashing a window and stole jewelry and other items, including 10 luxury watches. Well, that adds up pretty quick.
Oh, I bet it does.
Belonging to the 2018 World Cup winner. The source added that Giroux's wife, Jennifer, reported the incident to police February 5th after returning home and finding the items missing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's, it seems like this is, I don't know if this is related to the other ones, but obviously we have heard quite a bit about people getting robbed who are famous athletes. And I think that has to do at least somewhat with the fact that people know their schedules and know when they're out of town, right? It's widely publicized when they aren't going to be around.
Well, I'm thinking, when was this? This was earlier this month, so February 5th. You know, a lot of the teams around that time were posting, hey, we're training.
Right.
We're training. And I don't know where LAFC trains. Maybe they go to Arizona. I have no idea. But like the crew, they were out in Southern California.
Yeah. I'm just... I don't know what I expected for. I mean, if you're not aware, Olivier Giroux, yes, he plays in MLS, and MLS players make some money, but previous to that, he played for AC Milan, Chelsea, and Arsenal.
Right.
He's
My guy. The dude's made some cash.
He's played some, for some of the biggest clubs in the world. He's got plenty of money. You'd think someone of his stature, or some of these NFL guys, you would presume that there's like some level of security beyond nothing. I guess. Like, again, if someone breaks a window to your house, I would think they would have like a top level security system that would go off. Maybe it did. Maybe there was video and everything, but these people broke in, ran through the house very quickly, got some stuff and ran out. I don't know.
In situations like this, I like to go back to what I think is one of the greatest and heartfelt and artistic shows of our generation, and that is the 80s/90s sitcom Perfect Strangers.
Uh-huh.
With Cousin Larry and Balky Bartakamus.
Absolutely.
They had a little problem with a break-in their apartment.
Uh-huh.
So they invested in an alarm system, this elaborate alarm system that they accidentally armed and didn't know how to turn off when they were in the apartment, which normally wouldn't be no big deal, except this alarm system was somehow hooked up to release poison gas. It's a hilarious premise, Bone. It's a hilarious premise.
Yes, I love how these shows are like, how no one has this alarm system, but these two guys randomly living in an apartment, they got it.
No, they got it. They got like this vault-like door.
ADT wasn't offering that last I checked,
right?
But whatever.
And poison gas, and, hilarity ensued. I think more of these players, high-profile players, should have an alarm system that kills you. Or
poison gas. Hire an enterprising neighborhood youth to booby trap your house like Kevin McAllister.
Yes, or Joe Mixon's sister is outside just pumping people full of lead. That could be.
Yeah. I do realize that, and this is one of the things you learn as an adult, that Home Alone, a much different movie if anyone has a gun. Right?
Well, in the second one, he did have a gun.
Second one?
What did he Lost in New York?
Well, I mean,
he was trying to shoot Kevin McAllister.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
His hands were all slippery. He couldn't get the gun. Yes, we almost had a murder.
I forgot about that.
Joe Pesci was trying to kill the kid.
Well, you know what? After the first one, I can't blame him. Yeah,
what do you mean you can't blame him?
He did some damage.
You're robbing houses. Who the hell are you? He's just a kid.
I'll let him have your TV. Come on. What are we doing? He's the wet bandit.
I think the biggest offense is the police department.
No,
they show up and say, hey, I rang the doorbell. I locked up. Hey, house looks secure. Tell them to count their kids again. What the hell, man? That's it?
It was until I had watched that movie at least 30 times before I realized the last line of that is him saying, tell them to count their kids again. Because the way he says it, tell them to count their blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know what he said. He said something. I couldn't understand it.
All right, it's Wildcard Wednesday.
Oh, thank you.
Where's my sound?
I don't know.
That's not it. This is
Chip Dip.
Yep.
Dip is he's on one on this. He's very angry, but you know what? I support it. He says food laws. These are laws he wants to see made. Number 1, if you're a burger place, and then in parentheses he puts rail.
Oh, he's upset at the rail because they took away the shoestring fries.
Okay,
which, by the way, I co-signed that.
Here you go. He says, number 1, if you're a burger place, it is illegal to take your award-winning burger off the menu. So apparently they did that. He said, number 2, if you have skinny fries that your customers love, and then parentheses says again, rail, they must remain on the menu. And then number 3, says illegal to send a manager to explain stupid decisions while we are eating. And then in parentheses, rail again. So
he's upset at the rail.
Apparently the rail did not. All right. Sorry. I don't even work there, but I'm just going to say, Chip, I feel for you. I'm sorry that happened to you. That sucks. Mm-hmm. Dale says, hashtag food crimes. Well, we were saying food laws, but food crimes, I guess that's fine too. This should be a crime. If you run a restaurant and you have a signature sauce, you're never allowed to run out of that signature sauce and remain in operation.
I agree.
He said, I went to Arby's. They were, all caps, out of Arby's sauce.
Blasphemy. You close.
He said, thank God I have a sauce drawer in my fridge where I keep packets from restaurants.
First of all, good for you. You're my guy.
You have to do that.
I once went to McDonald's, and I've long been a fan of the Big Mac. And what do you have on the Big Mac, Bone?
You have the Big Mac sauce, a special sauce,
right? So I ordered myself a Big Mac. This wasn't midnight, although that would not be acceptable either. It was during normal business hours.
Sure.
I order myself a Big Mac. And I go, and they take my order, and I get it, and I open it, and it doesn't look right, but I'm going to chow it out anyway.
Yeah.
They replaced the Big Mac sauce with honey mustard. I never do this, but I went back.
I would go back.
I went back, and I said, there must be some mistake. You made my Big Mac with honey mustard. They said, no, it is no mistake. We ran out of Big Mac sauce.
Okay.
So we decided to sub it with this. You don't decide to sub it with anything. What you do is you tell me at the window, I'm sorry, we're out of the sauce. Would you still like it? And my answer would have been, no, you rat bastard. Move back to Russia. That's what I would have said.
Now, I know this isn't a signature sauce, but didn't you have a similar substitution mishap at BJ's with wings and blue cheese dressing? Am I wrong?
Did I?
I remember you telling me at one point.
Maybe I did. I've forgotten about it.
Maybe it wasn't BJ's either, to be fair to them. It was some restaurant I remember you said you went to, and you had ordered blue cheese dressing.
Yes, it wasn't BJ's. I don't think it was them.
Okay.
But I forget where it was. Maybe it was Roosters. I have no idea. But I ordered wings with blue cheese.
Yeah.
I got ranch.
Right.
No big deal.
Yeah.
We'll remedy the situation.
Right.
Right. I'll keep the ranch. I'll dip some fries in ranch. I got no problem there.
Yeah.
I just would like my blue cheese for the wings.
Right.
And I said, I'm sorry, you gave me ranch instead of blue cheese. And the person looked at me with such a level of disgust and just said, well, what's the difference? There's a lot of difference. Just because it's a sauce and it's white and creamy, it's not the same.
You order like a chicken Alfredo. They're like, we just dumped ranch on it. Same thing.
What's the difference? It's white, it's creamy. We actually use Elmer's glue. Who cares? Looks delicious, right? You can't tell just by looking at it.
Hi, I ordered spaghetti, and I believe you've dumped enchilada sauce all over it. Like, what do you want? What's red sauce?
V8 on here? That's all right.
It's red sauce. Who cares what is in it? Come on.
I'm tired and sweaty from this show.
I know, buddy.
I get all worked up about the food.
I don't blame you. This is why we need these laws.
And I'm hungry. All right, I got to yell at somebody coming. I'm sorry. I have to do it. I have to yell at somebody in the sports world coming up in 2 minutes. Please stay here. I'm going to get fired. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
On southbound 71, still got that accident blocking off the right lane between Polaris Parkway and the North Outer Belt. You are down to a 10-minute delay, though, back from Big Walnut Road. And on State Route 245, it's an accident in both directions at Allen Center Road. This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try a $3 Son of Baconator today. Big news, bacon lovers. Wendy's Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. For just $3, you can get crispy, crunchy apple smoked bacon, 2 juicy beef patties, and plenty of cheese on a burger. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Factory direct is really pretty simple. The factory sells it directly to the consumer. I mean, we build it. There's nothing that anybody else does. We have stations where everybody touches the window. Everyone sees what's going on. So if there's an issue, we catch it as it's going down the line. That's probably the biggest thing, is the ability to make sure what goes out the door is what I want to go out the door.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Come cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball team as they take on the Northwestern Wildcats at the Shot on February 20th. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
If your garage door is so lopsided that it looks like it could open from the left to the right, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Does excessive amounts of Prozac make your sack droop down to your knees? Asking for a friend. My friend's name is Mike. Back to Droopy Sack and T-Bone.
Droopy Sack and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. All right, I was reading a little Q&A with Milwaukee Brewers owner Mark Antanasio. Is that how we're saying his name?
Okay, sure.
Let's just say it is. So he bought the team back in September of 2004. So that's 21 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
For an estimated $223 million from Bud Selig.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The family of Bud Selig. The deal was approved in 2005. He's, given his little tale of woe because he's in a small market, and how can he compete against the likes of teams like the Dodgers, and that's why we desperately need a salary cap and all of this. He's talking with USA Today, and he says, the Brewers struggle to break even on an annual basis. The owners always say this. They always want to tell you their finances, but they never want to actually show you their finances. And we've talked about this before because Artie Moreno came out, the Angels owner, and says, I'm going to lose $50, $60 million. No, you're not. First of all, you are looking after, yes, you own the Milwaukee Brewers. You are looking after a community asset. All right?
Right.
It is your job to not screw it up, essentially. It doesn't matter if you're in the black every single year. Because if you were to go to sell that franchise that you bought for $223 million, it would have a B next to it, and you'd have a 2 next to it.
Yep.
The Brewers are worth $2 billion minimum. So don't tell me about year to year, breaking even, making money. Your investment is in the Milwaukee Brewers. Your investment is not in running a laundromat that needs to turn a profit every single year. No. You are making money on your investment, you stupid piece of crap. But you know what? I'll let that fly. Here's the real kicker. He said in this Q&A about what his job is as a team owner, okay? He asked, is it my job to win a World Series? Or is it my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together?
Oh.
This is just like a college football coach that talks about how wins and losses don't really matter as long as you shape the lives of these young men. They're just glorified guidance counselors that make $10 million a year. All this guy is he's running a carnival. He just wants you to come and have a corn dog and, watch a little ball. It doesn't really matter who wins or loses if you win the World Series. He's there to provide lasting memories. Now, maybe you're saying a good owner would find a way to do both.
Right.
Right? I mean, but that's kooky talk. We can't have that now.
Well, I even understand to a degree the argument that if an owner says, hey, only one of us can win it every year, right? Only one team can win every year. But if you look at the last 10 years, my team has made the playoffs 7 of those 10 years. 3 of those years, we made it to like the equivalent of like a conference final, right? Or an ALCS, an LCS. Like we are invested in it. And this offseason, by the way, I spent some money on my team to try to get them over the hump from being a playoff team last year to getting to that next level. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to win the World Series ever, does it? But at least if you said, our goal is to win the World Series, and our goal is to try often to be in the playoffs and to be as competitive as we can every year, and then you showed me that track record, I would say, all right, that's good. When you have the owner saying, I'm just trying to provide entertaining baseball, that to me is the equivalent of saying, well, yeah, maybe the food at our restaurant doesn't taste good, but doesn't it smell nice when you walk in? Isn't the air conditioner's running, isn't it? Don't you see all the employees I have? Yeah, that's fine, but if the end product sucks, who cares that you've got all the other niceties that make it look like a restaurant? You got to actually give me the dish. You got to give me the real thing. The dish.
Your goal every single year, well, not every single year, that's not fair. When you find yourself in a competitive window, is to do everything within your means to win the World Series. That's what fans expect of you. That's why I've gotten on the Dolans over the years with the Guardians.
Right.
Is that these are billionaires. They have the means. They just don't want to. And they justify it by saying, well, I mean, look, we're losing money on this every single year. You're not losing money. This guy right here, this Brewers owner, he's actually said before, well, I'm not one of these, billionaires, tech guys. I mean, I don't have this type of money. You own a Major League Baseball team. You also own Norwich City, a soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And the internet says, well, he's only worth $700 million. No, you're not worth $700 million.
Get out of town.
Look at your assets.
Right. Now, don't forget when these guys, because there are owners like the Haslams, like Arthur Blank, right? Where I would be shocked. I don't know the ins and outs of how the Haslams or the Arthur Blank and his family work, but I would guess that Arthur Blank doesn't get a paycheck sent to him every month from the team, right? I would guess the Haslams aren't getting a check every month from the team. They are billionaires. They had some of that wealth before they ever bought their sports teams, and they have other investments that are definitely paying them dividends that more than keep them living in the lap of luxury. But there are, for sure, mom and pop, air quotes, run baseball teams and football teams where the owner may actually draw a paycheck from the organization's profits every year, and that owner may take some of their wealth from that team every year. And that is my problem, is when your organization has an ownership group that basically says we could spend more money, but that would mean I operate in a deficit this year. That would mean we are in the red. That might mean maybe my son-in-law doesn't get a paycheck for working here or whatever. Well, then that's sometimes what you got to do to make your team great. You got to give them every opportunity possible. And if you're one of those owners who says, I'm not willing to do that, then you shouldn't own a pro sports team. Bottom
That's
line.
exactly right. I would almost feel bad for you if you bought into it and they moved the goalposts. But this is something that's been complained about in Major League Baseball forever. Right? He bought into this game in 2004. Was there a little bit of a payroll discrepancy in 2004? Of course there was. You had teams talking about contraction in the early aughts because they couldn't keep up with teams like the Yankees and the Red Sox. He bought into this system. Now, payrolls are higher now across the board, but the system is still fundamentally the same. You knew what you were buying into.
Yeah, I don't. And also, like you said, almost everyone that you ever hear complain about this is usually an owner that bought in more than 10 years ago, which means they have 5 to 10 times, if not more, their investment. Have they not? Their return on investment, if they sold today and said, I can't afford to keep up with the Dodgers. It's too expensive out here. We need a salary cap. I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to cash out. They're going to make more wealth, more money than you or I can ever imagine. So don't feel bad for them if they actually are priced out of the game and they say, I guess I just have to sell to someone who's richer than me. That means you're going to get billions of dollars for your troubles. That is the goal. That is the reason you bought this team. Obviously, it wasn't a win. That's what this guy's saying is win.
We just want
to serve hot dogs
summertime
and
memories.
pretzels. Yeah.
That's all. Remember when you were at the high school football games and you're a kid, you'd walk the track and have a little Frito pie?
Oh,
a little
yeah.
walking taco? That's what it's all about.
You know a lot of those high school games didn't have, though? A private seat license.
Yeah,
didn't have parking that cost thousands of dollars, right? Didn't cost me like a year of a child's college education.
Some of those places
to go
in
to
Texas
these.
actually do.
All right, fair enough.
Those high school stadiums in Texas.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? Most places, that's not the case.
Wildcard Wednesday. What do you got, Bone?
This one is from Asphalt Soldier, who says, my douche nuggets. Now, this is still going back to the food laws. We got a lot of those. He said it's not a restaurant, but this place has food. I think grocery stores, including Kroger, he said Kroger's, Meijer's, can't move their shelves more than twice a year. I've come to believe it's the only way they can rotate stock and clean the shelves. It pisses me off. And Rusty is this guy's name. So thanks, Rusty.
I don't disagree with that. It's almost like back in the day. I know this is foreign to a lot of our younger people, but you'd memorize the cable channels.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know exactly what channel, USA was on, but then one day you come home and everything's different.
Oh, yeah.
And you go to the guide channel, you got to figure it out again. I go to the grocery store sometimes. They move things around. I don't know what's going on. I get lost. I urinate myself in the corner by the rotisserie chickens. They got to come find me and help me. I don't know what's happening.
On YouTube TV, this is one of the biggest adjustments I had to make because they do have a guide on YouTube TV, but there's no channel number. Like on a cable box, usually it was like, 4 is NBC, right? 6 is WSYX, 10 is Channel 10 TV. But then you get to I don't know, at least on mine growing up, it was like somewhere between 12 and 18 was usually where USA, TNT, all those type of channels were all stacked together. And then you get up to the 30s, that was where ESPN was. When I got YouTube TV, they were alphabetical. So USA is all the way down because it's you. And it's USA is the one you click on all the time.
First of all, I remember back when I was banging Teddy because I would look forward to that Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
1998, 1997. It was Raw time on Monday night. And I remember the channel for USA on my cable was Channel 42.
Oh, yeah. You got to know where it is.
To this day, I remember that. Anyway.
Yeah, you got it. I get it, right? We can't be changing the grocery store more than twice a year. I agree with that.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry we're sounding old right now. Teddy, this is for you. Skibbity toilet.
Now we're back, baby.
Now we're back with the kids.
We're back with the kids.
That's right. All the news and notes you need as we go on campus. Coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
On southbound 71, it's the right lane blocked from an accident between Polaris Parkway and the North Outer Belt. Police and Record there on the scene. Eastbound I-70, traffic slow between James Road and 270. That is a 5-minute delay. This report is sponsored by Audible. And if you're stuck in traffic, why not tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals? Spend some time with expert insight on better health, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free with a 30-day trial at audible.com. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Ready to be the change and have a positive impact on your community? Consider joining the Columbus Division of Police. Starting pay is $70,000 plus, growing to 6 figures after 4 years of service. We offer paid vacations, paid holidays, and health insurance. Do you aspire to complete your degree? We offer 100% tuition reimbursement after you complete your first year of service. Contact the CPD recruiting unit at jobs@columbuspolice.org or apply online at columbus.gov/government/jobs. The City of Columbus is an equal opportunity employer.
It's our President's Day sales event all month long.
This event is big. You choose your rate. 0%, 1.9%, 2.9%, and up to a full 60 months on so many new Lindsay Hondas. And no trade-in required. This deal works with 0 down. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines. Both only $299 a month. That's $299 a month. Visit LindsayHonda.com because this February is the time to
keep more presidents in your wallet with Lindsay Honda. See LindsayHonda.com for details.
Giant Eagle My Perks Appreciation Days February 21st and 22nd. We're saying thanks with 3 times the perks on every gallon of gas at get-go Friday and Saturday. Restrictions apply. Visit gianteagle.com/appreciation for details.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co., located right here in Columbus. Introducing their newest product, 614 Vodka, Ohio's house vodka. Perfect to make a drink at home or try when you're out at your favorite local restaurant. Learn more at 614vodka.com.
Get President's Day deals all month long at Coghlan Kia. Lease a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS, just $131 a month plus taxes and fees. Or choose low 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2025 Kia Sportage or Sorrento. Visit CoghlanKia.com.
1.9% for 60 months equals $17.48 per 1,000 with approved credit through Kia Motor Finance. 24-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents per mile over. 3401 due. Excludes $250 doc fee. $400 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 3/3/25.
Guys, let's talk about something real. Ever had a bad experience in the bedroom that totally threw you off? It messes with your head, your confidence, and suddenly it's all you can think about. Next thing you know, you're avoiding trying altogether because the fear of failure is just too much. That's where Columbus Men's Clinic comes in. For over a decade, their medical providers have been helping men overcome ED and providing hope even when the pills and other treatments have failed. Their proven personalized treatments have some of the highest success rates out there, with results that bring back your confidence and connection. It's important to get your ED treated now so that it doesn't get harder to treat down the road. Columbus Men's Clinic has treatments that online pharmacies only dream about. Tonight is your night for intimacy and connection. Call Columbus Men's Clinic today at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is discreet and could be the start of something incredible. 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. And let's make tonight unforgettable. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And free fitness training to help you mix up your routine. Plus, most clubs are open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th. See Home Club for details.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
I almost fainted when the 4 new bombshells arrived. 4 free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G phones at Metro.
No way.
And finding out the 4th line is free. Oh, things got heated.
That's wild. Join Metro and get 4 free Samsung 5G phones. Only at Metro.
Plus tax. Bring 4 numbers and an ID and sign up for any Metro Flex plan. Not available currently at T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
If Biggie Size was a radio show, this would be it. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Wednesday. Oh, hey, subscribe to the podcast of This Stupid Show. It's available wherever you get your podcast. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling.
Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, name dropping with Jeff Rimmer is coming up at 5:30. He's very excited about the game tomorrow night, Canada, USA, for the Four Nations Cup title.
Four Nations trophy game.
7 Nation, I believe.
7 Nation Army.
The Army, yeah.
All right, that's Ted's contribution to the show. Thanks, Teddy.
By the way, a lot of people in the YouTube chat, and I appreciate you guys, because I mentioned I have YouTube TV, and I don't like that it's alphabetical on the channel guide. Like USA used to be, when I had cable, it was near the top half of the channels. Now it's way down at the bottom because it's U for USA. And people are like, you can change it to any order you want. You can delete channels. You can do all this stuff. I do know that. You can also on YouTube TV, you can hit it to where it just puts the channels you watch the most often will be right at the top. That's better. But my point is, number one, I don't want to have to make those decisions. I don't want to have to go in and say, oh, actually, I want USA up here and I want TNT over there. I don't want to sit there for an hour with the remote. That's a lot of work. Right. It's not, again, it's not hard labor. It's just mentally challenging to me, an idiot. But also, if I have them out like an order that is the order that I watch them, then I'm going to just see the same few things over and over. I like flipping through the guide and seeing Knight Rider is on.
Right.
What channel's Knight Rider on? Who the hell cares? I'm watching it now. And then maybe later I realize, oh, hey, all along here I've been watching VH1. I didn't even know. Like, that's fine. I don't want to delete VH1 out of there because I never know when there's going to be something on I want to see.
VH1 all the way down at the bottom.
Also down with the U, right?
It'd be back on the top, though, if we're doing alphabetical. Tyvis's favorite channel, Blacks on Blondes.
That's not a channel.
Right at the top.
Category. But
right at the top.
Sure.
On campus.
Common Man and T-Bones. On campus, the latest college sports news and notes.
Boom. Well, man, bad news for Timmy Hall's Kansas Jayhawks.
They're bad? That's the bad news?
They're bad, and they are struggling mightily. They were the preseason #1 team in college basketball. Now, bad being a relative term. They have 9 losses on the season. They're 17-9. That's not good for them.
It's bad for them. They lost by 30 last night.
They lost 91-57 to BYU. They tied the largest margin of defeat in the Bill Self era, which dates back to 2003. Second largest loss in Kansas program history. The previous record, or I guess the still current record, was a 37-point loss to Kentucky in 1974. They are, though, and I think this is probably the most damning thing, they're 8-7 in Big 12 play. Right? How many years was it that Kansas, you would just say, oh, there you go, regular season, Big 12 champs yet again. That's not great. They're off to their worst 26-game start since the 88-89 season, and that was Roy Williams' first year with the program. I'll tell you how long ago that was. They have 15 total losses in Big 12 play dating back to last season, the most conference losses in consecutive seasons the program has suffered since 83-84. So any way you slice that, Kansas has been rough this year, so it continues to be bad for them. Speaking of Roy Williams, he has publicly backed North Carolina head coach Hubert Davis, who is also not having the greatest season. North Carolina is right on the edge of being in the tournament. He said, we've got the right guy. He firmly remains in the corner of Hubert Davis, who succeeded him at North Carolina, but it has not gone well. Tar Heels 15-11, 8-6 in the ACC. They are currently projected to miss the tourney for the second time in the past 3 years. Williams said, though, quote, I know there's criticism out there, but he's the nicest person I've ever known in my life, who is also fiercely competitive, and that's a hard combination to have. We have got the right guy. Glad you think he's nice. The job's not getting done there. What can you say? Maybe that's a problem with North Carolina, but it's hard not to blame the head coach when there's been a lot of success there.
At North Carolina, if you miss the tournament 2 out of 3 years, there's no one who should survive that, even someone who won a national championship.
Right. And that is where North Carolina kind of sits right now. They could still change their fortunes, but they're on the outside looking in as we sit. UConn, meanwhile, men's team, they turned a 14-point second-half deficit into a win over Villanova, 66-59. Had to be a huge deal for them because they lost to Big East cellar dwellers Seton Hall over the weekend. That was not good. So they almost lost another one and made it look really bad, but they bounced back. 27-6 run by the Huskies led a 16-point second-half explosion from freshman Liam McNeely. So, yeah, Dan.
Oh, Liam McNeely.
Sounds like someone you'd like, Queen.
Oh, I liked him very much that night. And into the next day, too, if you know what I mean.
Uh-huh. Meanwhile, in the ACC, Cooper Flagg, the Duke star, he has reached new heights yet again.
Oh, he's a tall drink of water, isn't he, T-Bone?
Yes, he is. That's right.
The Great White Hope.
He has led Duke, number 3 Duke, to a 80-62 win over Virginia on the road on Monday. And they entered with a 1-game lead, did Duke, over Clemson and Louisville in the conference standings. Next up, they get to go to a non-conference game against Illinois on Saturday. I didn't realize that was happening. That's weird, right? Having Duke play Illinois in February?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Okay. Teddy, it's weird, right? Duke and Illinois on a random Saturday in the middle of February. Is that weird?
Yeah, maybe they just had off weekends or whatever for some reason due to conference scheduling. But yeah, that's strange.
Yeah. In either case, Cooper Flagg has been awesome. He had a double-double yet again, 10 points and 11 rebounds during the first 20 minutes of action. Finished with 17 and 14, 2 blocks and 2 steals. The 14 rebounds he recorded marks a new career high for him. He had 12 against Louisville back in December. He's good, is the point there. He's very good. Also, he is the first ACC player with 500 points, 100 assists, and 30 blocks in the regular season in the last 25 years, according to the ACC. So they keep track of such statistics. The ACC has had a lot of talented players in the last 25 years. No one's done that. So good job, Cooper Flagg. And lastly, I have some bracketology for you. I told you that the first 4 out includes North Carolina. It also includes 17-10 Xavier, 15-11 Indiana, and 16-10 Georgia. Ohio State currently in as of now.
Yeah.
The last 4 in, according to all the bracketologists, Texas, BYU, West Virginia, Arkansas, all of them have 10 losses, except for BYU, who is 18-8, and they just posted a huge win over KU. So that should go far for them. The point I'm making is Buckeyes can't really afford any more slip-ups, right? I mean,
absolutely.
They're not listed on the bubble right now, and they're in a better conference than some of those teams I mentioned because the Big Ten is strong. But yeah, you have to finish strong down the stretch here.
Well, you got a game tomorrow night.
Yeah,
it bounces off us off the air at 5:30. Northwestern is here. I mean, that is a absolute must-win game.
Yeah,
for the situation and the team. Hey, good news. The Pope has double pneumonia.
Is that good news?
No, that's not the good news. The good news is I just saw a headline, Pope alert and joking, says Italy's prime minister after visit. That's good.
Yeah, it is good.
And in my mind, they're filthy jokes.
Oh, you think the Pope is
they're
working
just
blue?
Filthy.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I knew not a Pope,
a
priest who would tell some dirty jokes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did he get in trouble for that? Not that you know of.
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know how this works. I know at our churches that I grew up in, you tell dirty jokes. That's a reason why you shouldn't be a pastor. They should get rid of you.
See, to me, that shows your humanity.
I'm with you. I'm just saying that would get you in trouble at my churches. That would be no good.
Fat Boy Food Tap. Coming up next, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
On State Route 245, both directions blocked off at Allen Center Road, that from an accident. Northbound 71, traffic slow between 670 and 11th Avenue. Right now, that is a 5-minute delay. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5 Oil Change, they get it. Time is precious. That's why they make getting your oil changed fast, friendly, and simple. You'll be back on the road in just 10 minutes. Book ahead or drive in. It's fast either way. Take 5 Oil Change, the stay in your car, 10-minute oil change. I'm Eddie Zellick for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And everybody's had these pains, these little nicks, these things that you maybe had an injury when you were younger and you thought it went away. And then all of a sudden as you get old, it starts to creep back. Doing everything, walking up the stairs, doing your favorite activities, golf, skiing, whatever it might be, the summer, the spring, the winter, it hurts. Hey, do not deal with it any longer. The hip, the knee, the shoulder, the back, whatever it is, there's good news. Go to QC Kinetics. They're groundbreaking treatments for that arthritis pain. They're going to make you feel better. The long-term relief, it's now possible. They're right here in Columbus under the leadership of Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sport Medicine and a classically trained orthopedic surgeon. Don't wait. Make the call today. My dad and I did. His knee's starting to feel better. My knee feels better. They've got PRP treatments. They can change your life. I'm telling you right now. So go to qckinetics.com/Columbus for your free consultation or give them a call at 380-208-4544. It's not going to go away on its own. They've got 2 offices in Dublin and Gahanna, so check them out.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Come cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball team as they take on the Northwestern Wildcats at the Shot on February 20th. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman. This Saturday is the big day at Verizon on Polaris Parkway. Join me 10 to noon as we draw winners to attend the Navy Federal Credit Union Stadium Series March 1st. Saturday from 10 to noon at Verizon at 1251 Polaris Parkway.
It's our President's Day sales event all month long.
This event is big. You choose your rate. 0%, 1.9%, 2.9%, and up to a full 60 months on so many new Lindsay Hondas. And no trade-in required. This deal works with 0 down. down. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines, both only $299 a month. That's $299 a month. Visit LindsayHonda.com because this February is the time to
keep more presidents in your wallet with Lindsay Honda. See LindsayHonda.com for details.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and, of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
If your garage door looks like it's been around since the 90s, the 1890s, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about $10,000 in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit LindsayHonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. The Blue Jackets got on the practice ice today to get ready to resume the season Saturday when they host Chicago. Reportedly, plans for Zach Werenski to play on Saturday upon returning from the Four Nations tournament. The NFL announcing today the Los Angeles Chargers will be the home team at a Friday, September 5th regular season game at Sao Paulo, Brazil. It'll be the second year in a row they played a game in Brazil. The opponent has yet to be named. It's one of 7 scheduled international games. The league also announcing today that for the second consecutive year, the per team salary cap for 2020 will increase following talks with the Players Association. The increase will be at a yet-to-be-determined figure, but it'll be somewhere between $277.5 and $281.5 million. Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles promoted Kevin Patullo to their vacant offensive coordinator position today. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The only thing scarier than Bones' analogies is man's browser history.
I'm sorry, man. I thought you want to see this.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Hey, happy Wednesday. You know what day it is today, Bone?
What day is it today?
It's Wildcard Wednesday.
Oh, that's right. Of course.
Yes, you can get in touch with us on the X at ManandBone971. Also text the burner phone 614-787-3093. A little personal announcement. By the way, Common Man's Basement, new episode Friday.
Oh.
Friday night, 8 o'clock on YouTube. Just search Common Man's Basement. It's sponsored by our friends, The Lion's Den. Click subscribe. Do me a favor, please. Also, on my personal X account, at Common Man Radio, I have a little video of my daughter who's turning 8 this
nice.
week. And I do a little video every single year of her, throughout the years growing up. So if you have 4.5 minutes to waste and want to look at a kid that you don't know, there you go.
Okay. Very good.
It's Wildcard Wednesday. Should we do the food?
We can do the food, and then we can do some wild cards.
All right, Fat Boy,
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
All right, man, I've got something for you. In honor of President's Day being this past Monday, today's Wednesday. That was 2 days ago.
Yep. Okay, President's Week.
Yeah, President's Week.
A lot of presidential birthdays this week.
That's right. I found an article on foodandwine.com, Food and Wine, who said this is all about presidential eating habits. Some things they like, some favorite foods. Let's go. This one is, we'll start off with Barack Obama. He was a fan of salty sweet desserts. So
like a chocolate-covered pretzel?
Well, yes. But here's one of his favorite items that he had and had to have them on hand at the White House was a thing called Franz smoked salt caramels. These are buttery caramels coated in milk chocolate and sprinkled with smoked sea salt.
That sounds delicious.
Sounds obviously a little bougie as well, but
that's all right. He's the president. He can be bougie.
Yeah. So
Franz Drescher made them.
Apparently, one of the fundraisers for his campaign had them backstage before he was going out to give a speech, handed him one, he ate it, then gave his speech, and he came back, and the first thing he said to this person was, "What was that you gave me? That was incredible." And they said, "Oh, it was these little caramel things." He said, "I have to have those every stop now."
Sounds delicious.
Yeah. George W. Bush, in July of 2007, the chef at the White House, Christetta Comerford, revealed that for dinner, he loves what they called homemade cheeseburger pizzas because every ingredient of a cheeseburger was put on top of a margarita pizza. That was a thing he liked to eat.
Okay.
Doesn't sound
like a pickle on top of a...
Well, I don't know, because I've seen some cheeseburger pizzas where they do put, like, essentially Big Mac... Like, if you considered a Big Mac to be the quintessential cheeseburger...
Yeah, but a margarita pizza has tomato sauce on it.
I know. That's why I think you would just start with you wouldn't start with any tomato sauce base. You would go with anything else.
A white pizza.
Yeah, essentially.
All right.
Next up, Bill Clinton. We
know what he liked to eat.
Hey! He apparently, when he would, as the governor of Arkansas... He would go to a place called Doe's Eat Place.
I've heard of Doe's. They make steaks there.
Okay. Well, they also apparently do greasy jalapeno cheeseburgers that he very much enjoyed with lettuce, tomato, mayo, pickles, and onions. And obviously, he had 2 heart-related surgeries later in his life. He became a vegan in 2011, but let's not focus on that.
He did?
Yeah, apparently he's gone vegan. I didn't know that either.
I'll let him live.
George H.W. Bush, he enjoyed fried pork rinds with Tabasco sauce. Now, I would be curious to try that combination. I've had pork rinds. I don't dislike pork rinds. They're fine. They're not a go-to choice for me. I don't usually find myself seeking them out, but if...
The keto people like the pork rinds.
You know who else liked them? My hillbilly grandparents really liked pork rinds, and they're good. I've enjoyed them, but when he mentioned in a New York Times article in 1989 that he liked pork rinds with Tabasco sauce on them, sales of pork rinds jumped 11%, and apparently the pork rind industry dubbed him Skin Man of the Year, which is just I don't like that. I don't like that term.
Skin Man of the Year.
Well, they're pork rinds, skin, but anyway.
He also liked the website Mr. Skin.
That's what they called him, that, Mr. Skin. Then we're just going back in kind of chronological order here. President Reagan apparently kept a jar of jelly beans on his desk in the Oval Office.
It's a little sweet treat.
Okay, but here's what he said. He said, you can tell a lot about a fella's character by whether or not he picks out all of one color or just grabs a handful.
What's the better thing?
No, he doesn't say which one's better. I'm guessing Ronald Reagan would be a just scoop it out and eat whatever you get, Sally. Like, that would be his kind of MO. Whereas it's
Back
like...
in my day!
Right. I'm sure he wasn't up on, like, Ozzy Osbourne saying, give me only green jelly beans or whatever.
Buttered popcorn jelly bellies. What are you, little weird?
I mean, I'm going to say, if you judge someone by how they eat jelly beans, maybe you shouldn't lead the free world. That's just my thought.
He's probably just being folksy. I don't think he's really judging you, but We're pretty petty people. We
That's
judge
fine.
people on things all the time.
You're right. We do. And no one would put us in charge of anything.
No,
nor
they should.
No, I don't know if
That's
they
the
should.
difference.
Okay. This one comes from Richard Nixon. We may have to stop here because this one, I just don't know how much more off the rails it's going to get than this. His favorite dish was cottage cheese and ketchup.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Is this Krenzel's dad?
You saw me making a face when I was reading this off the air, and you said, what is that? That's what the face was for. Was that
cottage cheese and ketchup?
Teddy. That looks like vomit before you even eat it.
No, thank you. I like cottage cheese. I like ketchup. I'm not putting them together, no.
Timmy, you've got, I don't even know if you can hear me over there. Richard Nixon, his favorite dish was cottage cheese and ketchup mixed together. How do you feel about that?
Oh, my God.
Right? Awful.
That's...
He shouldn't have been pardoned for any of it, but definitely not that. Put him in jail just for that. That's what I say.
I feel like that could be used for something in a horror movie.
Yeah, that's disgusting. And then we go further back. LBJ, Lyndon Johnson. His favorite portion, his favorite meals included big portions, right? So he was really fond of black-eyed peas, tapioca pudding.
He's a Southern guy.
Yeah, that's
Very
fine.
concerned about the pants and how it fit his bunghole.
Now, I like this. He was known to have a hamburger for lunch every day.
God bless.
And he was the first president to host a cookout on the West Terrace of the White House. No one had ever had a cookout before him, so let him live. That's
probably
great.
a lot of fancy state dinners.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you know what? Why can't we have a little barbecue?
Yeah,
what's the
that's
problem?
right. Boston native JFK loved creamy New England fish chowder.
Oh, you like the fish chowder.
Okay, sure. They also said he was fond of ice cream and hot fudge. Yeah, who isn't? What are you? That's not a
somebody out there.
That's like saying he was fond of breathing air and having a water to drink occasionally. Like,
where's Jen Winters?
Well, she's got to like ice cream and
I don't
chocolate
know. Hot fudge, probably in her hate list or something.
Doesn't like that? Okay. And then we've got, I don't know. These are all kind of boring. It's like, President Dwight Eisenhower liked beef stew.
All right, I got one thing for you.
This is stupid.
Well, Dinty Moore, was he doing Dinty?
I don't know.
Do a Dinty, do a Dinty.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
The new Roosters on 4850 Morse Road is opening tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there you go. In Gahanna. It's also Timmy's birthday tomorrow. How you doing, Timmy?
Hey.
I'm good. I'm good.
You coming in tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be
I got
here.
something special for you.
Okay.
You see Under Siege?
I'm not under
Where the naked woman jumped out of the cake?
Yes. That's a good early memory for me. What year do you think that came out? Early 90s?
I don't know, but I remember when I was in 5th grade, 6th grade, sleeping over at Tony Finazzo's house.
Tony Finazzo.
We wore the tape out.
What a guy.
Yeah?
Tony Finazzo.
Oh, couldn't digitize that tape when it was done.
No, none of that. It was a rental.
God, remember the old Blockbuster? Miss the Blockbuster.
How about a Hollywood Video?
Hollywood Video.
We had a Suburban
also good.
Video.
Family Video.
Oh, Family Video. Suburban Video?
Suburban Video.
Is that where they did Suburban Commando?
No.
With Hulk Hogan?
No.
And Christopher Lloyd?
We had one for your folks when I spent the 2 years in Utah.
Oh, I bet you did.
Local chain called Clean Flicks.
Yeah, I don't know if they got
all the bad
out
of the movies, which means they got all the good out of the movies.
Timmy, I know for a fact that you could order those. I don't know if it was from them, but there was a company you could order these videos from, and it'd be like, we cleaned it all up. We got everything off the tape. Here's your VHS with all the nudity and sex and violence and cussing and drinking.
That's what the rating is for.
I know.
It's no way to live.
God forbid you let people choose the movie they want to watch.
No way to live.
In case you've forgotten, Super Bowl popular. I'm going to give you another reason why coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
An accident now cleared away from the right lane on southbound 71 that was between Polaris Parkway and the North Outer Belt. However, State Route 245 closed off in both directions between Buck Run Road and Maple Ridge Road. That is from an accident. This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows that with job site delivery, as soon as same day, you can get what you need without losing valuable time. We help, you save. Valid on eligible in-stock orders in select zip codes for same-day delivery. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details. I'm Eddie Zalek, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling.
Getting the cold shoulder? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Back in the studio with a return visit from
Todd Schmelt.
Todd, the last time you were with us, you claimed to be
the dumbest person in Columbus.
You're being really hard on yourself.
Not in the least. You know what I got?
I hate to ask.
One of them thermostats with the dial and the needle. Woo, woo, woo.
Maybe that's not modern, but not...
What am I? Eli Whitney, Elias Howe, Johann Gertis?
I don't know who those people are.
Those are old-timey people from the 19th century, and that's me. Outdated, like my silly old thermostat.
Okay, look, you're not the dumbest guy in Columbus. You just haven't called Apex Pros.
The pros who knows?
Those guys. Whether it's the latest technology, fixing your furnace, or a brand new system, they know all the stuff so you don't have to.
I don't have to know it all?
Nah, you just have to know the pros who knows.
Apex Pros. I'm not the dumbest guy in Columbus.
I didn't even know who Johann Gertis was.
Inventor of the gas-powered unicycle. Look it up, doy.
Okay, you don't have to be mean.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros, the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Are you feeling tired, slower, or achier than you used to? You might think it's just age, but it could be low testosterone. At Columbus Men's Clinic, they've helped thousands of men who didn't realize their symptoms were caused by declining testosterone levels, a problem that's becoming a new norm in American men. Columbus Men's Clinic refuses to accept this new normal. They're committed to restoring testosterone to healthy levels so you can feel like yourself again, whether at home, in the gym, at work, or in the bedroom. For years, their medical provider has delivered testosterone therapy tailored to each man's needs. No one-size-fits-all solutions, just real science-backed results delivered by discreet local experts. Imagine more energy, sharper focus, and newfound confidence. A same-day testosterone check and consultation is just $99. Call 614-300-7400 or visit ColumbusMen'sClinic.com today. Your prime years aren't over. They're just waiting to be unleashed. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Bishop and Friends.
My guy puked into a sack for the better part of 10 minutes, and not a single drop landed anywhere other than the sack.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
We plant trees because people need trees, and when planted in the right place, they have great impact. Trees help slow climate change, filter our air and water, foster biodiversity, and strengthen our communities. They create the kind of transformational change the world needs now. April is a month filled with opportunities to care for and plant trees. For planting resources, contact an Ohio ISA certified arborist who can help you learn how to take the best care of your trees. Visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Have you ever told a friend?
Oh, I'm fine.
When you really felt
just so overwhelmed.
Or sent a text?
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
When you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
Imagine all the things you dream of under one roof. You're thinking of eBay. Fashion, collectibles, car parts, it's all there. Go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay, things people love.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Light winds out there, fair skies, and temperatures still cold in the low 20s on this Wednesday. Overnight, we'll see scattered snow showers moving in between a ½ inch and an inch of accumulation by the time you roll out on Thursday morning. During the day, we'll see blustery conditions, temperatures in the low 20s, and a few snow showers through Thursday evening. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Dumb is the only language these two are fluent in. You're listening to Man and Bone.
It is Wildcard Wednesday.
Oh, crap. Oh, boy.
That's on me. Please do text the burner phone, 614-787-3093, which is where this comes from.
Okay.
My wife and I went to McDonald's recently. We ordered a couple of cheeseburgers, and their response was, "How would you like them prepared?"
What?
We were taken aback and could only respond with, "How you make them." Are we out of line for thinking that's ridiculous?
The normal way that McDonald's makes cheeseburgers?
Or should it be expected that McDonald's just hands you their standard menu items? What say you? No, that's not out of line. I mean, I expect, unless I have a special request.
Right.
Like no onion or extra ketchup or something like that. If you order cheeseburgers, they just come as they're made.
Yeah, but that's true with any restaurant, right? If I go to any sit-down place and they say they have a certain type of cheeseburger, like a Western cheeseburger, whatever, and it's got all the toppings listed, if I say, give me the Western cheeseburger, and I say nothing else, and they go, all right, I don't then expect them to go, what would you like on it? I say, the thing that is on your menu is what I want. So if I order a double cheeseburger at McDonald's, on the menu, it shows you what's on it. That's what I want on it.
That's especially bizarre to hear at McDonald's, of all places.
Yeah.
Because the easiest thing is to just have them, because they're pumping them out. That's why they're ready right when you order them.
Because they're used to making
because
it
they have
exactly
made
that
it
way.
The way that a cheeseburger's made. You order a cheeseburger. Why do you think the Speedy system was so revolutionary? Because when they started it, when Ray Kroc was looking at the McDonald's spot in San Bernardino, it was like, my God, we kept a simplistic menu. Right. So we could have them all hot, fresh, and ready. You order it, here it is, right here, 5 seconds later.
Yeah, that's I get that Chipotle also has the opposite of that system where it's like, all right, what do you want?
Absolute opposite. But it's right in front of you.
Yes,
you're going right.
That's what they've
concept too,
because you're going
advertised. Yeah, right down the line. Can't see the lines, can you, Russ?
Doesn't show.
No.
Could you have a burger place like that then? You walk in like Chipotle, and then you're like, okay,
it's called Five Guys.
I'll take.
No, you're right.
No, you have those. But they're all like right there in front of you, and you're pointing like
Fuddruckers.
Fuddruckers.
Do it yourself.
I don't know. I haven't been to Fuddruckers.
I think they're all gone now.
You missed out.
But you had to do it yourself, though. There was nobody else making it for you.
It was a Fixins bar.
You want the Chipotle version of Fuddruckers.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You want a Fuddlay. Instead of Chipotle, a Fuddlay.
That's what Elmer Fudd's wife got every night. Yeah. There you go. Hey. Peyton says this. He says, my guys, if there is still interest in falconer training, for the third time in 3 weeks, there's a large predatory bird in my backyard eating a chicken, dropping feathers for my dog to find. I need help, preferably sans the penile enlargement, #GTH. This goes back to when we were talking about a soccer team in Europe, in Italy, where the guy who was in charge of the eagle for that team was apparently showing pictures of his penis enlargement to coworkers, and that got him fired. That and his love of Mussolini, I believe, was also a problem there. I think you and I don't know if you would ever like to do falconry, Mike. But
no, I'm gonna pass that on.
But I know that there are people who do actual falcon. You can go take a class in it where people who have falcons or who have trained falcons, whatever, they will show you how that works. I don't think I would be comfortable.
You're the bird guy. Why don't you do it?
What do you mean?
You're a bird guy.
No, I would go. I'm saying I would go do it. I haven't scheduled a time yet, I guess. But I'm not going to go to Peyton's.
But you will.
I'm not going to Peyton's backyard and being like, all right, falcon, come hither, or whatever they say. I'm not getting a wild one right now. I don't know what I'm doing with them. I don't know
what they say.
Yeah, come hither?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, this from the burner phone. I was once at a Waffle House that had an all-you-can-eat menu.
Oh.
Where is this
never heard of
magical
that.
place? Please do share the location. I will be traveling there for vacation.
That would be
what would that
very
cost
dangerous
at a Waffle House?
Let me tell you something. With today's egg prices, I'd put them out of business.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I would think that'd have to be at least $15, right?
Yeah. Because
you're getting a fair Waffle House.
I mean, I'd
price
be
for
able
some
to
kind of
put
all you can
down
eat?
3 or 4 waffles, no problem. And then still get the eggs and the bacon and all that.
I never get the waffles at the Waffle House.
No? What?
No.
They're fantastic.
I'm not a big waffle guy.
Oh, but they're not like thick Belgium.
No,
Obviously, we know
I'm
that.
aware of it. I know it's called the Waffle House, but for me,
the little logo on the center of the waffle is just great.
It's about the over easy or over medium, and you get the little toast, you dip it in, and then it's the hash browns covered in goo.
Yeah.
What are all the terms they use for the hash browns?
I never go to KFC for the
smothered,
chicken.
Covered, and all that.
Scattered,
brothered, and smothered, and covered, and.
Ted, I never go to Arby's for the roast beef. I always personally just go for the potato cakes.
Look, I can't be the only one.
Come on.
I can't be the only one that goes to Waffle House and then get waffles.
I'm not saying you have to get them every time, but you don't get it?
No, I don't get it. Wow. I've had it there. It's good. It's fine.
You're just not a waffle guy.
No, I'd rather have the eggs and the toast and the hash.
I want everything. I want it all.
They'll let you have all that too. You can do all of it. You can eat all that stuff and get a waffle.
What's it called there? Is it the All-Star? I know all the restaurants have the different names. Like Denny's has the Grand Slam.
I think theirs is called the All-Star.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, Super Bowl popular. A record 182.8 million unique viewers watched at least 1 minute of the Super Bowl on Fox and other platforms, according to the latest Nielsen measurements released yesterday. Last year was 182.2 million.
Wow.
This is 182.8.
Okay, so we gained a little bit.
Also, if you're wondering where all that three-peat Kansas City Chiefs merchandise went, because, they made it.
Sure.
Ready to sell. So when they win the Super Bowl, it ships right out to you. Well, it's been reportedly sent to 5 countries in need: the Ukraine, Mongolia, Georgia, Estonia, and Latvia.
Okay.
So next time you're in those countries, you will see some Kansas City Chiefs three-peat hoodies.
Oh, I guess that's good. I'm glad it's going somewhere that can use it.
Zelensky's wearing one right now.
I'm wondering with 180, what'd you say, 182?
182.8
million people who tuned in for at least 1 minute of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, that's got to be almost everyone in America who is like old enough to turn on TV themselves, or is like not too old to where they don't know that the TV is like working. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably 90% of Americans who have a TV is what I'm trying to say. That's like, obviously the population I think is near 330, 340 million people, but 180 million people, you take out the kids and everything else, that's probably about as many people as you can get.
According to the AI, adults 18 and older in the United States is 262 million people.
Yeah,
and then you're
not all
you're
of those people
age out at some point, right? If you're
right,
because I think Bone is putting the folks in the senior homes and not counting them in this group.
I am saying there's
you
people
got
who don't have control.
Medium, don't you?
I'm saying that, but also like if me and my wife were watching TV, we're 2 people, but there was 1 TV on, right? So
that's fair.
Like my point being, when you factor in that some of those people are in the same household, like I'm saying, I bet you that's about everybody who's.
It's close.
Everybody
it is close.
How do they measure it for bars and restaurants?
They said they do. Because they take that into account. That's why the number was higher this year, because they measured the bars and restaurants not just in the top 40 markets, but in all markets.
Well, they must be taking into account what you're saying too, because this is not like a ratings share that we're talking about or a ratings point. This is a viewers.
Yeah, you're right.
They're estimating the actual viewers, so they're taking into account. Oh, there's several people in this household in this regular neighborhood of single-family homes.
I'm just saying, if Roger Goodell comes in and is like, guys, that was good, 180, whatever it was, million. Next year I want 190 million. I'd be like, pound sand, Roger. Like, that's the best we can do. What do you want?
No,
like, I can't.
Everybody. I want to hear, what did you say, 18 plus 200?
He goes and knocks on the doors of the people that didn't watch.
Why are you not watching?
Yeah.
Why you seen it?
You don't like it? What's wrong?
No, likey?
What didn't you like? What's not to like?
Super Bowl, you seen it?
Oh, they seen it.
Okay.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer is coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
State Route 245 is closed off due to an accident in both directions between Buck Run and Maple Ridge Road. Please avoid the area. Northbound 315 traffic stop and go between Mulberry Drive and Powell Road. That is a 5-minute delay. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit. I'm Eddie Zellick for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR, plus a special rate on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
It's Senior Day at the Schottenstein Center on Sunday, February 23rd at 12 p.m. Join Ohio State women's basketball at the Schottenstein Center to honor the seniors as they take on Purdue. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter for Affinity Whole Health. I've trusted Affinity for 7 years for their testosterone replacement therapy. Why? Because it's natural for our bodies to gradually lose testosterone over time. This leads to brain fog, fatigue, muscle loss, low sex drive, none of the things you want. If you want to feel like you did in your prime and get your energy back, better mood, higher sex drive, increase muscle mass, then get started for free at feelgreatcolumbus.com. Affinity is local. They're accessible. They ship the treatments right to your door. feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Hey there, it's Jeff Rimmer for Byers Airport Subaru. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or service your next Subaru, Byers Airport Subaru has options for you, and it's from start to finish. Browse and shop entirely online from the comfort of your home at columbussubaru.com, or simply stop by and visit with our friendly brand specialists at Byers Airport Subaru by the airport. Easy to deal with, easy to get to. It's better to buy at Byers. Byers Airport Subaru by the airport.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Common Man and T-Bone's name drop with the biggest name dropper of them all, Jeff Rimmer.
Sponsored by Byers Imports by the airport.
Time for our weekly chat with the legendary voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets. It's name dropping with Jeff Rimmer on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Hello, Rims.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, and just so you know, I am coming to you, I'd like to say, from the Gulf of America, but I am right now looking at the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the waves coming in. You may be able to hear the ocean in the background. If we were somehow able to get on FaceTime, I could show you this spectacular 85-degree weather. Feel bad for everybody in Columbus with all the snow and the cold, and it's unfortunate that I can't share this lovely weather here today in South Florida with you.
You like to get in the ocean and swim, Rims, or just like to look at it?
Tommy Lasorda once told me, Jeff, don't go too close to the ocean because they're going to think you're a whale and they'll start shooting at you. But that was in my old days when I was 100 pounds heavier than I am.
Well, Tommy Lasorda never had an issue with his weight.
Well, Tommy was a slim fast guy. I mean, you guys were sharing the pasta together, right?
Oh, Tommy Lasorda was a great guy to go to dinner with because back in the days of the Baltimore Orioles and the Montreal Canadiens, he would want to go to my favorite Italian spot, but wouldn't be just going for dinner. He'd have to go in the kitchen and start ordering the chefs around as to what to put to dinner for that particular night. Then he ends up, because he stayed at my house on a couple of occasions, he made sure, and we couldn't eat everything that was brought to the table, so he said, we'll have this for breakfast at your place tomorrow, Jeff. And that's a true story.
All right, so I got to ask, when Tommy Lasorda stays at your house, does he walk around the next morning in underwear? Does he wear like a silk pajama set? Like, what is his attire like?
Well, he's respectful. Farrell's here, so he makes sure that he's appropriately dressed when he comes out of his room for his first coffee and pasta. Let me tell you that.
All right, name dropping with Jeff Rimmer. So we got a big game tomorrow night, Team USA, Team Canada in Boston for the Four Nations Championship or Cup, whatever the hell they're calling it. What do you think's going to happen tomorrow night?
I think it's going to be a close game. I'm cheering for the U.S., even though my original roots were in Canada, and I think Hellebuck is going to make the difference. But They have to contend with three of the top players in the game, and Makar on the blue line, McKinnon, and one of my good friends, Sidney Crosby. So it's going to be tough, but with Hellebuck the edge in goal over Binnington, I'm picking a close game with the U.S. prevailing.
Rims, I saw something today that gave me a nice smile, and I didn't expect to see this, but video, photos of him in practice, Kirill Marchenko back on the ice as the Jackets resume practice, getting ready to, start things back up on Saturday. Now, he had jaw surgery on February 3rd. He is wearing the bubble protective thing around, the mask and stuff. Dave Metzold tweeted this 5 hours ago. He said, Kirill Marchenko has been skating during the break with his modified helmet. Will make a determination on playing Saturday after these next few days of practice. There's no way he's not getting back on the ice this weekend. Is that real?
Yet to be, T-Bone, that's yet to be determined. But here's the thing. Normally, if you remember, Boone Jenner last year broke his jaw, so he had that jaw wired shut. Not the case for Marchenko. He had a steel plate put in his jaw, which emphasizes a quicker return to the lineup and quicker to get healthy. Now, ultimately, that's going to be a decision the doctors, General Manager Don Waddell, and Marchenko make in concert. I would not rule them out, but that's yet to be determined. What we do know, and I'll give you a rundown here, Chinakhov is getting close. Monahan is still a ways away. Fabro should be in the lineup. Boone Jenner undoubtedly will be in the lineup. He's been waiting for this weekend. And I think that Marchenko's got a shot, but ultimately that decision will be made here in the next few days.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer, brought to you by Rimmer's Friends, Buyers Imports by the Airport. You want to talk about your friends, Rims?
Well, Mike, I always want to talk about my friends. And just as a tip, talking to Kevin King earlier on today, with these supposed 25% tariffs and with a great selection of automobiles at Buyers Imports by the Airport, you may, with March around the corner, and if you're thinking or toying with the idea of purchasing a new import, be it an Audi or Porsche, Volkswagen, Subaru, whatever you're looking for, Polestar, might be a good idea with those supposed tariffs coming up. Why not save yourself 25% before that price goes up? Buyers Imports by the Airport. Remember, they've got over 100 factory-trained technicians ready for you to look after whatever your car needs are after the purchase. Buyers Imports by the Airport.
Rims, I know you're not just watching the Jackets, you're watching all the teams, and a team that has been a disappointment this season because I think people expected them to take another step has been the Chicago Blackhawks, and Connor Bedard obviously is there, but I saw that our good friend Seth Jones requested a trade today. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, go ahead. I'm glad you brought that up because, and listen, I was pretty close to Seth when he was here, but the old adage is be careful what you wish for. He went for the big dollars. He didn't see the Jackets making an imprint in the National Hockey League and wanted to move elsewhere, thinking the Blackhawks would be a team that to be reckoned with before the Blue Jackets. Well, that was a mistake. He has toiled, he has struggled, and has not been a fan favorite in Chicago, I might add. It's not going to be easy to move that $9.5 million a year contract that still has several years to go. But as I say, be careful what you wish for. I want to ask you, though, about Connor Bedard specifically. How do you think his game has progressed since last season, or lack thereof progression? Well, Mike, that's a great question. And you know what? He really hasn't developed the way that people expected here. And I think part of the problem is, as T-Bone pointed out, there's a team in the Chicago Blackhawks that has struggled, and he has freelanced. And I remember last season talking to, and if Pascal Vincent did one good thing, he kind of played a little tough love on Fantilli in his rookie season. Unfortunately, Fantilli got hurt. But they wanted to make sure that he didn't freelance the way Bedard was able to freelance last year. And we're now seeing the fruits of the labor of being maybe a little bit tougher on Fantilli in that rookie year. And he is having just a breakout season here in year two. There's no sophomore jinx whatsoever. Rims, next weekend, you've got the Stadium Series here in the Shoe. What's your plans for next week? When are you coming up?
I'll be up on Thursday. I'll be making my way back to that palatial studio on Friday. We'll be able to hug and talk a little hockey on the eve of the Stadium Series game between Detroit and Columbus, and we'll also have the ability to talk about the game the night before. It's a home-and-home series. Those are 4-point games. These are awfully important with Detroit and Columbus in the hunt for playoff spots. So they're two big games. Yeah, we've got the big game tomorrow, but for me, what I'm really focused on next week and those back-to-back games with the Red Wings, those are going to be awfully important.
All right, Rims, let's do some name dropping. What do you got?
I've got a great name for you here today, and it's none other than your good friends and mine, Ken Hitchcock. Hitch has called me a couple of times here in the last week to talk about the Great Four Nations series, and I asked him his thoughts on what he's seen so far from Canada, what he sees from the U.S. He, of course, will be cheering for Canada, being a all-time Canadian. And one thing he did say, though, which was pretty interesting, talking about Zach Werenski, he is saying that Werenski is off the charts. He said that kid can play 30 minutes and not sweat up his uniform. He said the guy is just a terrific hockey player, and he's turned in. And he, unfortunately, did not coach Werenski. He said, when Werenski first started, there was talk that, maybe he was a little soft. He says, that guy's not a soft player. He is the deal, the real deal, and thinks he's got a chance not only to win the Norris Trophy, who he thinks should be the favorite for the Norris, but thinks he's going to get some votes for MVP. He said Draisaitl might get the edge, and he also, although he'll be cheering for Canada, says the Canadian team probably made a couple of mistakes. We saw the 3 fights in the first 9 seconds Saturday night in the game. He said what Canada should have did, and you guys are like this, they should have had Tom Wilson of the Washington Capitals on the team to maybe kind of balance things out against the aggressive Team USA. And by the way, Hitch also made another point to me, and you guys are too young to remember this, or maybe not, but there was a Canada Cup, and the 2 kids that obviously, and just think in terms of the Kachucks, and their dad did something similar in the Canada Cup when he dropped the glove seconds into the game with a reluctant Mario Lemieux. And Hitch said, I wouldn't put it past Kachuk, the dad, talking to 2 boys about maybe getting an edge early with what we saw in that first meeting last Saturday. Interesting thought.
Rims, I got a little homework assignment for you. Are you up to the challenge?
I'm up for it anytime.
I want you to go up to your lovely grandson. How old is Crosby now?
Crosby will be 9 in March.
All right, if you want him to think you're the coolest grandpa in the history of the world, I want you to go up to Crosby and I want you to look him straight in the face and say, "Skibbity toilet."
I don't know if I can do that.
No, you can. He'll know exactly what you're talking about. I'm saying, go up to him, say "Skibbity toilet." That's all I want you to do.
He should know that one.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I don't know it. Does your daughter know that?
Yes, she knows that. All the kids know it.
Okay, I'll report next Wednesday, and I'll see you guys in the studio on Friday. How's
Skibbity toilet. All right, I'm looking forward to it, Rims. We'll see you next week.
In closing, I'll tell you a quick story about Crosby. He told me this morning he went on a field trip yesterday. And I said, how was the field trip? It was boring. So
yeah. Well,
I said, what's on tap today? He said, I'm hoping to go on another field trip today. I said, you didn't like the field trip yesterday? Yeah, but I'd rather do that than go to school today.
All right, fair enough. Seems like a bright kid, Rims.
Yeah.
He is.
Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet. Skibbity toilet. Bye-bye.
All right, I'm on it.
All right. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
State Route 245 remains closed off in both directions due to an accident between Buck Run and Maple Ridge Road. Granville Street, multiple accidents being reported between High Street and Lincoln Circle. Police are there on the scene, but do use caution if that's a part of your travels. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5 Oil Change, they get it. Time is precious. That's why they make getting your oil changed fast, friendly, and simple. You'll be back on the road in just 10 minutes. Look ahead or drive in. It's fast either way. Take 5 Oil Change, the stay in your car, 10-minute oil change. I'm Eddie Zellick, 497.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. The one you love is the light of your life. And if you're like most of us, you want to do whatever you can to nurture your relationship. But if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction, you know the impacts the condition is likely having on you and your partner. ED is a relationship destroyer. It can contribute to depression, distancing, conflicts, and even breakups and divorce. And what's so disturbing about this is that most men who suffer with ED can be successfully treated, but a lot of guys don't seek treatment when they should. At Tri-State Men's Health, we have protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases. In fact, if you're like most guys, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and maybe find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. So call Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Ready to hit the road in a new car? With Pathways, enjoy up to 90 days with no payments and low auto loan rates. Learn more at pathwayscu.com. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Hoops fans, are you ready to score big and get lucky this March? What's up? It's T-Bone. I'm here to tell you that Bud Light will be holding mini hoops challenges at bars and restaurants across town over the next several weeks with one goal in mind: to send one lucky local winner to Las Vegas where they'll compete for $10,000. Take your shot at March Madness glory. This week, join Bud Light on 2 different nights. Thursday, they'll be at Classics Pickerington on Stone Creek Drive from 8 to 10 p.m. Then on Friday at Pastimes in Worthington from 7 to 9. Both events will have a mini hoops basketball challenge that'll give you a shot at a Vegas trip and $10,000.
For the Blue Jackets, the magic happens on the ice. But for Blue Jackets fans looking for an amazing getaway, the real Florida magic is here in Central Florida's Polk County. From the natural beauty of Bach Tower Gardens to the all-ages fun at Legoland Florida Resort to the chance to do some luxurious glamping on a working dude ranch, it's all here. Even better, it's all just minutes from other area theme parks, too. Discover everything we offer and plan your trip to see the real Florida at visitcentralflorida.com today.
I'm an old school Joe, and my philosophy is real simple and effective. It's not what you win or lose, it's what you save. And betting reduced juice at Prime Sports Ohio is the way to save money on every single bet. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Use promo code JUSTSPORTS. Get a welcome bonus up to $100 and be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Buckeyes are national champions. And you listen to it all right here on The Fan. And next year when they do it again, it'll be here on The Fan. And the year after that, well, you know the drill. Always and forever, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
Winter's here, and as the snow begins to pile up outside, you might find yourself dreaming of warmer days, sunshine, barbecues, fishing, maybe even thinking about those home projects you've been putting off for forever. Why wait for spring to start planning? Now's the perfect time to get ahead. With so many roofing, gutter, and siding companies out there, it can feel overwhelming to know where to begin. With over 30 years of experience and a focus on every detail, Newman Roofing makes it simple. As a family-owned business, they're dedicated to delivering an outstanding customer experience from your first phone call all the way through to the final touches on your home. When it comes to roofing, gutters, and siding, trust the name that's been a local favorite for decades, Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Buckeyes Show coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of the Buckeyes Show, your friend and mine, Timmy Hall.
Oh, you guys. Good day today. Food laws.
Tomorrow's Timmy's birthday. I would like all of you out there in Radio Land, Podcast Land, tomorrow to drop him a line and tell Timmy exactly what he means to you.
Tell me exactly what you think of me.
No, but all good stuff. I don't think we do that enough.
You're right.
You know, especially as dudes, I don't think we do that enough. We should tell the people that are special in our lives.
Yes.
Exactly what we think of them.
Exactly.
And so I'm going to tell you right now.
Please be kind.
You're
can see ahead of it where this is going.
You're an excellent friend. I think you're all kidding aside, a fantastic radio host.
Wow.
You are the best update anchor that we've ever had.
Oh, wow.
At this radio station. And that includes Paul Keels. I mean, you can't compete with him in the voice department. But when it comes to crafting an update, Timmy, I would put you up on that pedestal with anybody I've ever encountered.
My God.
I mean,
my God.
Teddy, he's no Red Dog Eric Kalin, but he's all right. I'll say Timmy's
Red
like
Dog.
top two. Top two.
Was he here before I got here?
He was here. He hosted the show with Spielman before I did.
Okay. What's he doing now?
Working at the Sitco. I don't know what he's doing now.
That could happen to any one of us.
He was working up in Michigan.
That's right. I believe Teddy wasn't it Saginaw. Is that where he went?
Everybody goes to Saginaw.
I think it was Grand Haven, actually.
Oh, Grand Haven. My bad.
Anyway, I'm not done with my compliments on Timmy.
Sorry. Go ahead.
You know, I think you're an excellent friend and father, right? And if I die, I would take great pride if you married my wife. That's how much I think of you.
My goodness, poor Kristen Samantha.
That's how much I think of you.
That's it? There's no punchline?
No, there's nothing.
That's really nice.
That's wonderful.
There's nothing.
That's
I mean, the facial hair could use a little bit of work.
Yeah,
just a little bit of attention. If I could just pick one thing.
Thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate you guys letting me be around for this shift before the Buckeye Show starts, so that's a lot of fun. I take the birthday wishes in good faith.
Timmy, I'm going to tell you what you mean to me. I'm going to sum it up. No, I'm going to sum it up a lot quicker than Mike did. I'm going to say you are, to me, what Krispy Kreme should be to the rest of us.
Wow, that's
you are
I get
at the
it.
level of what Krispy Kreme should aspire to be, what they used to be. That's who you are to me.
And you, while the bro love goes on, both you guys, and you, Bone, you mean to me what a dirt track means to you. And you mean to me what a guitar hanging on the wall means to you.
All right, let's
look at that.
And you too, Ted.
Let's just finish this
You're
off
everything.
and get naked.
Skibbity toilet.
Absolutely. Skibbity toilet.
Oh, man, you are to me what the Dallas Cowboys and Glory Holes are to you.
You know, we're trending towards this direction. I know I'm no Zac Efron, but I'd like you to play Jenga with my erect body.
That's not what it was.
Yes.
I got my appointment with the therapist tomorrow. Should I bring it up?
You know, there's a good birthday therapy.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, that's right. I say you show up to is it a Zoom or in person? You going in person or you do?
Oh, we're in person.
Oh, okay. Well, show up in your birthday suit.
I like to sit in that leather chair.
Deal with all of this, Doc.
You lay or you sit?
I sit.
Sit, yeah.
Do you lay down?
I don't lay.
Well, they have the therapy couches sometimes, but when I've gone and sat on the couch
in our office, so I don't have that option.
I sit on the couch. I've sat on it. I've never laid down.
Yeah, I couldn't. I might have to have therapy about laying down
I think I
on
would
the couch.
too. I need to know where the pillow's been, right? I need to know everything about this. What am I laying on here?
I feel really off doing this. Is this a problem? Like, am I offending you by doing this?
That's see, for me, it would be a cleanliness thing. Like, I could sit on a seat on a bus or public transportation all day. Lay down, light myself on fire.
That too, like putting your head down
I can't
on
do
the
that.
ass spot.
I can't do that.
The ace spot?
No.
Not good.
All right, what's coming up on the Buckeye Show?
Coming up tonight, a good hour with our pal Tyvis. We're looking forward to that. The moment that Ryan Day knew they won the national championship, if anybody out there missed this, we've got that for you. And Jake Diebler had an emotional start to his press conference just today as they're getting ready for Northwestern. We'll hit on that. And big thing here, Matt Sylvester, The T-shirts are going to be there tomorrow night. There's like some specialty homage T-shirts. We'll have Matt Sylvester at 6:30 talking about the 20-year anniversary of that big shot.
I'm upset they only have 300 of those things they're giving away.
Need to be 3,000 of those.
Absolutely. Give them to all the fans in attendance.
And apparently, like, I got to get on this, maybe get in touch with the homage people. Apparently, they're not selling that T-shirt.
Well,
like,
that's
at least for the month of March.
Yeah, I want
special item. I want one, guys. I want one of those shirts.
Buckeyes Show, top of the hour, right here on the Fan. Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone.
Well, man, apparently Sharon Osbourne appeared on... yes, she appeared on Billy Corgan's new podcast called The Magnificent Others.
Can you do him?
I can't really do him.
So Sharon Osbourne revealed that she once turned down an opportunity for Ozzy Osbourne to audition for a little old movie called Pirates of the Caribbean. Apparently they reached out and said, what do you think about playing the lead role? And she said, I've never told any of my people that I've managed over the years not to try something, not to do something, at least think about doing it. She said, I told him no. It shouldn't have happened. He shouldn't have done it. She said, now I realize he would have been perfect. If he had done it, he could have.
He would have been terrible.
No,
he could. Yeah, I think it would have sucked.
I think they wanted him in spirit, but I don't think he could have pulled off the acting chops.
He couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, but in either case, Billy Corgan also confirmed in this that he, along with Adam Jones from Tool and Tom Morello, will be playing this summer's Black Sabbath reunion show, Back to the Beginning, in Birmingham in the UK. So. Yeah, apparently they all grew up in Illinois and said they've always wanted to play together, so now they'll get a chance to. Those three guys from three different bands, let them live.
I could watch Tom Morello play the guitar all day.
Oh, yeah.
There's actually a cool thing. I was going through a YouTube wormhole, and it was a Fender, had sponsored this thing. So the guitar company Fender had sponsored it, and it was just him, in not a garage, like a warehouse, an old warehouse with a couple musicians, and he was just going through all of the famous riffs that he had come up with throughout his entire career. Rage, Audioslave. This was a 15-minute thing. I watched it 4 times in a row, and I put it on stereo sound.
I got to check that out.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Timmy,
Mike,
see you tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow.
Have a great show. We'll see you. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Use caution on Granville Street between High Street and Lincoln Circle, getting reports of multiple accidents in that area. Emergency crews also on the scene. And northbound 71, it's an accident between State Route 38 and 56, causing a minute or two worth of delays. This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires, there's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay, things people love. I'm Eddie Zellick for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Brought to you by Metal Supermarkets. Metal Supermarkets is your convenience store for metal. Visit Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com for all your metal needs.
Hey, it's Anthony. I got to tell you, when you don't have the support you need, it affects everything. Feet, knees, hips, back, even your mood. I finally went to the Good Feet store, and once I was personally fitted for my arch supports, I felt a ton better. I will never wear another pair of shoes again without sliding in my personally fit Good Feet arch supports. That's because they help me eliminate my foot pain. It's such a good feeling knowing that I can be on my feet and not worrying about I'm going to wake up with low back pain or feel a weakness somewhere. I trust the Good Feet store because for more than 30 years, they've helped thousands of people just like me get back to feeling comfort on a daily basis. They take pleasure in that. And it's their personal 3-step system designed to support, balance, and strengthen your feet that guides them into their ideal position. I'm the proof. I wear them every day, even when I'm biking at the gym. So go in, take the free test walk at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway and on Stringtown Road in Grove City, or goodfeet.com.
If people ask you how long you have to keep that ugly garage door before you win the bet, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeStoreSystems.com.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Beloved former basketball coach and educator Satch Sullinger knows you got to keep moving to stay healthy. But that's not so easy when your aching joints won't cooperate.
We still want to move and we still want to get around and we still want to be active, but we start to deteriorate the moment we quit moving.
QC Kinetics regenerative treatments help restore movement in stiff, aching knees, hips, shoulders, and back, using only your natural healing properties to help restore damaged joints. That's a huge positive for Satch.
It's working, and what I really like about it is there's nothing foreign put in my body. Everything that was put in my body has been taken from my body. I love it. I love it. Like I said, I want to live until the day I die.
Get rid of the pain and start moving again. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus and call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Again, 208-4544. QC Kinetics.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman. This Saturday is the big day at Verizon on Polaris Parkway. Join me 10 to noon as we draw winners to attend the Navy Federal Credit Union Stadium Series March 1st. Saturday from 10 to noon at Verizon at 1251 Polaris Parkway.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about $10,000 in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6610.